This episode is brought to you by Hulu Plus. With Hulu Plus, you get total control to watch thousands of shows wherever you want, whenever you want. Binge on full seasons and watch your favorite current shows like Community, South Park, SNL, and more. Right now, our listeners get an extended free trial of Hulu Plus by going to huluplus.com/Joey. That's huluplus.com/Joey.
Welcome to the church of what's happening now, motherfuckers. What's happening, Lisa? Yeah,
not much, dude. You were telling me when you came in you're happy because you didn't go to Hollywood. I'm never sending you to Hollywood again.
I'm happy if I don't have to get on the fucking 101, the 405, the 210, or the 134. All right, that brings me fucking joy and happiness when I can spend the whole day close to the boudoir. Not in the house, but close to the boudoir. I'm at different locations. I'm at the fucking coffee shop. I'm working out. I'm at the Y. I'm at the weed store, but I'm in my fucking neighborhood. That's what makes my dick hard.
You're on fire right now. You're excited.
On fire. You kidding? My main man's in the house today. D'Agostino and shit.
What's up, guys?
Tell him your real name.
Agostino Zoida.
Agostino Zoida. But
shit.
Let's cut it in half. D'Agostino.
You know the best part is when I did the at Sacramento with him, I'm looking at all the flyers. They all say D'Agostino on them.
Do you go by D'Agostino on stage?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
That's just what he called me.
It's over. That's how it is.
That's it. It's over.
It's over. It's over, though. That's how it is.
People always ask me, like, where'd the Flying Jew come from? I have no idea where it came from.
It don't matter. It's here. And that's all that matters.
You
ready for a fucking Chibo? You got a job interview.
I have a job interview in 2 hours.
Let me tell you something. If I had a job interview in 2 hours, I'd eat 2 Chibos out of respect. Fuck it. I'd call him up. Listen, I can't make it inside. Why are you outside? What's going on, guys? Everything good? I'm happy you're here today. I have the reason why I have D'Agostino in, he's going to try to help me fucking write the next special. At least, I'm trying to do something good for you people, so I'm going to look at it from a different angle, put a different head in there and a different set of eyeballs. And I worked with D'Agostino a couple of times, and he really impressed me. You know, you've been in the comedy game only 4 years.
Yeah.
But you're very knowledgeable because you also run one. You run like a comedy club part-time, right. So it's really good. You've gotten to see from the other angle. You've gotten to see a lot of bad fucking comedy and a lot of good comedy and a lot of in-between comedy. And it's like I always say that I guarantee Joe Rogan must be a great jiu-jitsu guy because he's taken such an education from watching the jiu-jitsu that they teach you being practiced now. So now he knows what works and what doesn't work. You follow me? Because you're watching it from a different angle. So it's not just doing comedy now. You have to watch comedy and let people know they suck and they can't come back. And
that's the worst.
And that's the worst. And watch people's reaction. But at the same time, what really happened was about this is straight up, people. About 4 years ago, I didn't know what I was going to do. I just knew that I was doing okay from movies and residuals and shit like that. And I was getting little local gigs. I didn't really know what to do. And I was lost. And my wife was talking about moving to the Valley. We were going to move. We had to move out of Hollywood. I didn't want to move out of Hollywood. Me, I wanted to stay in the city with the nitty-gritty. And I was on the road, and she called me, and she goes, I looked at like 20 places, but Joey, I found this spot. And she told me where it was, in Studio City, whatever. Mm-hmm. And, I was like, no. And we went up there, and I said, look, here's the deal. I'm going to move with you because this is what you want. When you're a husband, you're there to make your wife happy. I'll give it a year. And if it doesn't work, we're moving back to Hollywood. And the third day, I knew I was fucking home. Like, I knew I was home. Once I didn't hear cars anymore and yelling and screaming, and I could feel I was sleeping better. My blood pressure wasn't as high from driving in those fucking streets. I knew that the Valley, and then I started experimenting and walking around, and I there's a comedy club. There's a couple comedy clubs in the Valley, and they're not bad.
Yeah.
And in the process of all this, I was thinking about not quitting comedy. But I was talking to my kung fu teacher at the time, the Kanja Kempo guy that I was training with, the personal training, and he was the guy I had on the on the Duncan podcast about the Santeria guy. Mm-hmm. And we were talking one day, and he goes, when you're an older comic, you have to start helping the young guys. I never looked at it that way. When I did comedy and an older fucking comic came and said something to me, I want to spit in his fucking face.
Really?
Yeah, there was a couple of them that came with good intentions. But the majority that came up to me always had bad fucking stupid
they're just being douchebags. They weren't trying to
just being douchebags. Yeah. So I always felt creepy going up to a comic and going, do me a favor. Stop saying that fucking joke. I've been around you for 3 fucking weeks. It don't work. Stop saying it. But you can't say that. It's like when somebody comes up to you and says, hey, that dude's on coke or whatever. As a friend, you want to go up to him and go, hey, stop with the blow. You're a funny fucking guy. But then I think back to when I was doing blow. If you came up to me and said, stop with the blow, I'd probably grab your fucking shirt and rip it off and tell you to get the fuck out of the room. Mm-hmm. So that's how I treated people, and that's wrong. You have to act like a leader sometimes and take some young guys and go, listen, bro, do this, you're funny, you know, it helps them.
Well, you've been doing it for like 15, 20 years now.
And I don't care. I love fucking I would love to get a science project and get a guy and just show him different energies, how to come up, you know, but it's very hard to tell somebody something because we all want to do it our own way. Mm-hmm. That's what makes us special. It's not because we're stupid or, you know, when you're Italian, they say you're testadura or whatever. You're from the northern Italy, you're hard-headed. No. We all want to do something our way. I bet when you told your mother you wanted to come to California, what'd you say to you, Lee?
Yeah, stay in Boston. And...
You know, you could get a career there. You could start to pay. And then they look at it like, they look at small things like, you'll make $8.52 an hour and you'll get benefits after 90 days. And you're like, Ma, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I want to go to the beach.
And like for me, at least, I don't know about you, but like with the weight loss thing too, I like people would say it, and not all like even if they weren't mean, it used to piss me off. Like, cause I've like from day like I've never been skinny. Like from day one, I've been big, and now it feels weird. Like people asking me about the juicing or whatever, and I'm like, I don't want to. I would never go up to somebody because it used to like really not hurt me, but I would feel bad when someone would say it, and like now that I'm in the middle of trying to lose the weight, like it's different. Like you have like if people ask you questions, you can answer it, and it must be like kind of the same way with you with comedy. Like you didn't like the older guys coming up and making it seem like they knew better than you, but after you go through it.
Well, you know, I got to meet all different kinds of young guys, and I really get a kick out of them. I get a kick out of looking at guys that are fucking crazy.
Like
make
Butch.
me laugh. Like what?
Like Butch in San Jose.
Butch. Like Butch. You know, like people like that. I love watching guys' development. I really watch it, and I go up to them and I grab them and I say, but everybody has their own idea. Like I tell you, I like to choke every once in a while. Is Jerry Rocha, because he's such a funny guy, but he's such a fucking passive hippie type motherfucker. Take that joke, put it in the front, and choke him with it. Go after him with it. You know what I'm saying? There's jokes that you have to go after people with them. And if you go after it with them, they like it. It's a weird perspective. People are like, what do you mean go after it with it? Put the joke up there. Grab them with that fucking joke and a bear hug, you know?
And people like it when you attack them, like that video we put up of you yelling at that Jew in Flappers. People love it.
No, but I wasn't yelling at her. She was the one that was yelling. She was drunk and stuff like that. But the thing is, D'Agostino's one of those guys that we became friends through the club, and I really love him. When he's not at the club, I won't go up there.
Yeah.
If he's not there, I won't go up there. He's the only reason why I go to this club. Even if it's to talk to him, we get a thing of juju bees. We have our own little ritual. 3 years now.
Go on stage, just comes by and says hello.
I go to get juju bees. I come over. I give him a box. We eat a box. He asks me if I want a fucking Mexican
quesadilla,
which are delicious. Late night, about 11:30. Those quesadillas coming strong. They come in heavy, dude. You go home, pass the fuck out.
From the guy or from the club?
No, from the club.
Oh, I've never eaten there.
Yeah. They got good quesadillas, and then you put me up to close up. You know, because of the Ha-Ha and D'Agostino was because I got to do Gabriel's thing.
Right.
Because I prepared for that. It's really weird what you could do with different comedy clubs. Like a lot of people in this town take a small comedy club and they don't want to perform there. Like, I got to get into the comedy store. Why?
Yeah.
That set at the coffee shop is going to do you more good than the set at the fucking comedy store. But it's really tough to say that to people. It's very tough to vent to somebody, you know? And I had tons of people who mentored me. Mm-hmm. But I had tons of people who insulted the fuck out of me at the same time. They thought they were cute or they were going to come in, you know, and at different parties, even when I was a criminal. You know, the other day I had the girl over from my agency. She answers the phones and she sets your plane tickets, and this girl's like one-stop shopping. Like, I could call her up and go, yeah, I don't know what hotel to stay in Miami. She goes, where are you, home? Bing! Next thing you know, you got 10 hotels, what she thinks, what she got off Yelp. You know, and I talked to her. She's 19 years old.
Oh, wow.
You know what it is to be 19 in the comedy business? You know where I would be when I was 28?
I know.
If I started as a, you know, if I started as in somebody's office at 19, by the time you're 25, you could be a top-notch manager in this town.
Yeah.
Taking somebody, just calling them, hey, D'Agostino, remember me? Yeah, listen, I want to bring this town over. Boom, CAA, boom, boom. That's how fast it happens. but you got to commit to it.
Like, that's what we were talking about earlier.
I'm 50. You guys are about to become 25 years old, the both of you, the next 10 days.
Yeah. And then, like, I edit TV shows and stuff. I went to college for it and spent way too much money. And you started out basically the same time that I went to college. You started doing comedy.
Right.
And you have no debt now. And it's good that I have a degree because people, like, I never get asked about it, but I don't know, if I ever wanted to sell insurance.
When you go to these interviews, do they ever bring it
Never,
up?
not once.
Come on!
Not once.
And you went to fucking heavy-duty school, you got proper training, come on!
The only thing they say is, oh, you went there, that's nice. What shows have you worked on? That's all they ask. And, like, my dad even says he wishes, like, maybe we had taken out $50,000 in loans or whatever, and I moved out here at 18 and started being a PA or something. And I would have been 4 years ahead of where I am now.
Yeah, you think about it. You fucking think about it. Because, listen, it's every day going. You can read all about your fucking book. You can read all the Jackie Gleason biographies all you want, but nothing beats hands-on. I see a ton of people who come out here. I had a friend who was a comedian. Then, like, 2 years later, he was a photographer. Then 2 years later, he was a producer. And I would watch him and go, you think because you get one job. I'd rather go to Adam Sandler's company and go, look, I'm going to go get coffee. I don't care how old you are when you're 30, because the shit moves so quick here.
Just get in there and learn.
And if you got a half fucking heart of a brain, like if you know how to go to work every day, listen, I'm not saying to be antisocial. You go out, you have some beers, but you know how to keep it together, and you always got your eye on that fucking focus that someday I could direct, or someday. I know a guy that started with Adam Sandler's company holding fucking wires, and today he's in charge of all the behind the scenes and all his fucking DVDs. So there's a movie, and then there's a whole thing of behind the scenes. That's all him. He puts that whole fucking thing together. And he's 32 years old. I know he makes 6 fucking figures. Yep. I know they take him with him to all the movie shoots. And Adam only shoots in fucking Hawaii. So, but he does. He only shoots in fucking... Do you know that they shoot movies sometimes in Hawaii and they CGI the palm trees out?
Really?
Did you fucking know that was the main thing when we shot The Longest Yard? That they were going to shoot in Hawaii. The first place was Hawaii. That was his first choice. He had just done the movie that's hysterical when he goes to Hawaii and he loses the chick loses her memory.
50 First Dates.
That's a great fucking movie. Yeah. That's a great fucking movie. When doesn't she run over the Filipino guy one time? Yeah. That's one of the funniest fucking scenes out. He's got the glass eye and shit.
Yeah.
So
Schneider.
He loved it so much that he said, "Let's shoot The Longest Yard." At the first meeting, he looked me straight in the face. He goes, "Bring your boy. We're going to Hawaii." And I go, "How are you going to shoot a fucking prison in Hawaii?" He goes, "We're going to CGI the fucking palm trees out."
Oh, my God.
So that's how they were going to roll. And then the second thing was like the Midwest somewhere. Like they wanted to shoot somewhere flat. Mm-hmm. But it was too late. The prison wouldn't let them do it. So New Mexico raised their hand. So we shot New Mexico. But that's amazing. That
you could have spent 6 weeks in Hawaii. You
doctor.
wouldn't have been here right now.
But think about that, people. If you commit to something, you know how many things happen in this bit? How many jobs open up right before your eyes? How many times have you gone to work somewhere and they have a manager and you go back 6 months later in a complete different office?
Yeah, absolutely.
In this fucking town because nobody's coming into that. And if you stay and shut your mouth and take notes and pay attention while everybody else is, who's drinking Friday night? Yeah, go ahead. I'll work till 8, you fucking dummy.
And you have to have a thick skin. I'm helping out for this week at an office I used to work at. And even with you, there was a guy at that office who we're really good friends now, but like sometimes the way people teach is not with anger, but it's like tougher. Like sometimes you yell, like you get angry with me for like with a documentary, a couple things, and it's not because you're like super mad, but it's the way someone teaches, and it's. For me, it's I thrive under it. Like I like it. Like it's better than you're doing okay. Like this guy yesterday yelled at me because I wasn't listening to something he wanted to teach me. But it's the way some people learn. And I learned. Speaking of a waste of a college, I spent 1.5 years at the first place I worked, and I started out building furniture and shit. And I learned 80% of what I know
building
from that.
Furniture. When was this?
At the first office I was at. I was an assistant editor, but she would come in and I'd be working, and she'd be like, "You got to go build these desks." I was essentially a PA. And then one night, because she was this one lady was really crazy. She came in when because I would sit with that guy who would teach me. And I was sitting with him, and she came in and she had me leave because I had to close all the blinds and all the offices. And it's just the shit, like the first jobs you go through, it's shit like that. Like, you work at a comedy club. Yeah. You must have started out, and you must have been like trying to like watch the act and like, hey, you got to go organize the menus or something.
Oh, I mean, it's always a fucking curveball all the time thrown at you, you know?
Just because someone, and it's always the people in the shittiest jobs that tend to have a high horse about it. Like the movie theater. I worked at a movie theater for 3 years, and they come in and you have to wear black shoes and have nice pants on. I'm like, we're serving popcorn.
Yeah.
and you're making $12 an hour. I'm making $8. Like, let's relax. Like, it's people who have a little bit of power, they take it way too far.
It was probably less than $8 an hour back then, right?
Yeah.
You know, I gotta be honest with you guys. Comedy was the only thing I ever stuck with. That and school. Like me quitting high school, the beginning of my senior year stayed with me a long time, guys. That was a really bad time in my life.
And staying back, too.
And I was sharp. And I was a sharp kid. It wasn't that I was retarded or I was on drugs or I'm recovering on heroin or in jail. I quit because I got a job my junior summer. And a lot of times in high school, a lot of kids, especially Italian kids, they're family-owned brick making companies or construction companies, they had their future set.
And it's not just a job. I mean, everyone who listens probably knows, but I mean, you were on your own.
I was on my own.
You were 17 and you had to pay your own bills.
I was broke for a while, and I was trying to put the pieces together. This family let me live with them, and they were very nice. And finally, I had this job, and it was union, and I could work nights, 7 to fucking 4.
Yeah.
And I made, $500 a week. Come on, guys. So I quit this fucking high school shit. And then in November, I got hurt. Like October, I got hurt. And I went to my friend's house. His father's a football coach, and he goes, why don't you go back to school? I'll do the paperwork for you. And it was like nothing. It was like everything was smooth. And then they didn't let me graduate because I was 2 credits short. They wanted me to go to high school. So I said, fuck you guys. I ain't going to fucking summer school. I'm done.
Yeah.
And I went and got my GED at Colorado right before fucking the university. All those.
I didn't know you got a GED.
I got to make it official, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dog, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. And what difference did it make?
Yeah.
What difference did it fucking make? That time when I needed that money, that was 12 weeks. I put together I don't know, I was making like $1,000 a week. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. It was a union job. I had put together like $3,000 savings. When they fired me, I got unemployment. They fired me because I got sick on the job one night. I puked and went home. I lived right down the corner from the place, and I couldn't get back in. So they said I'd walked off the job. And about a month later, I went to get my last check. And the fucking, the union guy saw me, the shop steward. He goes, where you been? And I go, they fired me. He goes, nobody ever fucking told me. What happened? I told him the story. He goes, they can't fire you for that. He took me, we went into something. Like 3 weeks later, he called me. We went to see some meeting. And he got me paid for that whole fucking time. That fucking put me ahead. That was the first time since my mother died that I had really taken a chunk out of debt. And I could get some clothes and, So it all worked out. I got put on unemployment. Then they laid me off. I collected fucking unemployment because in those days you worked the winter and in January they lay you off.
Yeah.
And you stay off till April. And then they call you in April and you work 2 weeks. And it was great. It was fucking great. So I took the chance, and what difference did it make? I'm just very surprised that Lee, you're not the first person who's told me that their college degree is a waste. And they've gone for heavy-duty fucking subjects, and it's a waste. They've gotten a job and something else. But I thought, listen, all college was when I was growing up was to let a future employer know that you can make a commitment to something before you
That's all it is now.
Is that what it is now?
Well, I mean, for some degrees, like I was saying, my girlfriend is going to law school, and it's going to cost her $150,000 over 3 years. So it's crazy. Stuff like that, stuff like science or math related stuff you probably need. I'm never asked about it. Like writing, anything in entertainment, probably. Anyone who goes and gets an English degree or a history degree and then they end up selling insurance, they could have just went and sold insurance. I had a friend who lived the town over from me. She went to Bentley University in Waltham, which is like a nice rich person's school. She got like a international business degree. A week after she graduated from that, she got her real estate license, and she's been selling real estate. You could have just went and got your real estate license and not went to 4 years and had your parent like I pay my student loans, and my parents help out with a portion of it. But these kids have their parents pay for everything, and then right after graduation, you go and get your real estate license. Like, you don't need your college degree for that.
Listen, I was 17 when I met my wife, right?
Oh shit!
And I don't come. My parents aren't wealthy people. You know what I mean? So and she's older than me. She was 21. You know, she had a car, she had a license, she had a job, she was driving around.
Big pimp.
So, yeah.
Take notes.
I always dated older women too. That's funny.
Yeah. So imagine this young kid. I felt a lot of pressure. So I was just like, as soon as I turned 18, I'm like, I'm going to get a job. It was a problem in our relationship. Like I don't have a car, I didn't have a job. I don't want to be that guy. I felt like a bum. You know. So
what did your parents say when you didn't want to go to college?
They didn't force me. They didn't push me or nothing like that. Only like one of my other sisters went.
Okay.
I have 3 older sisters, and only one of them went to college. Another one went and then like stopped. And the one that went and stopped, she's a graphic designer. She makes like websites and stuff like that. Like, she's very good at it. She has a good business, and it has nothing to do with anything that she studied for. You know, and she just learned because her husband did it, and he taught her. You know, but I had to go get a job when I was like 18. I started as a box boy in like a retail store. Then I moved up. Eventually, they're like, "Hey, it's busy. We need the box boy out here selling too." I came out. I was selling. And then I got promoted to salesman, then promoted to store manager eventually. And eventually one day I just got fired, and I was always a big fan of stand-up, and I was like, I'm going to try stand-up while I have this time off, and I can get an unemployment. You know what I mean? So I never went back again to like any other job.
Yeah. Fuck, you were a store manager. Like, you must have seen a lot of people who take those jobs too seriously. And you must have too. Fucking, you worked, in Colorado, you said you worked at like a Foot Locker. And
I worked at Aldo Shoes. I was a manager there.
I fucking got it. I was just thinking about, because I tell people this shit, and people giggle at home. Like, when I was 25, compared to you two guys, I didn't have the calmness of you guys. I was a savage. Like, I was an American savage. Like, my mind right now, I would be thinking of Robin, and, it was just a different mind. But I still I wanted to be something. I just didn't know what to do. At 25, I just wanted to be something. I just didn't know what to do. I wish I would have been like you guys and known at 25 that this is your life calling. And maybe not. In 10 years, Lee might be a professional fart taker to the face. And we were trying to talk to a girl at the Ha-Ha the other day.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. To take the fart in the face, and she would not do it.
She wouldn't even do it for 200.
Nothing.
With her pants on. We're like, you can keep your pants on, 200, you just got to fart in the face.
And then there's a girl at the weed store that's really cute.
Oh, really?
The white chick, I think she's half Armenian. She's got the biggest fucking ass. But you could tell there's celluloid under there and everything. But still, and I asked her yesterday, point blank. I said at the weed store, I looked at her, I go, can I ask you a question? She goes, what's this? I go, yeah, well, listen to the podcast. She goes, yeah. I go, Lee, I got to make him take a fart in the face. I go, for the small nickel, will you do it? And she just looked at me. She goes, no. Right? And I go, and she looked at me like surprised. I go, listen, I got to ask. It's bad out there for a pimp. And she kind of looked at me. She goes, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. She goes, I don't know what I was thinking.
Someone even asked Tabitha Stevens on Twitter, and she said no.
Yeah, Tabitha Stevens got to ask. So, yeah, listen, guys, it's amazing that you guys are doing what you're doing. Like, I applaud you. But I'm going to tell you something else. I'm going to tell you something. It's amazing what friendships do, and it's amazing the people I've met when I was 25 and 26, and the little things I remember, and the things that they were just worthless people, but other people left me. Like, did you know I was hanging out with a guy, dog? I never told this story. I was hanging out with a guy for about 6 months. But this is how sharp I am. This guy was an undercover cop. And I was planning on heisting stuff with him. He was an electrician.
Did you know he was an undercover cop?
I didn't know till 10 years later.
Oh, okay. I thought you were hanging out with him as like you knew who he was. Okay.
No. He just bumped into me one day. We worked together. It was something. He was part of something. There was a business that the guy was selling coke or something like that, and I guess this guy was an electrician back in Minneapolis because he told me the whole story. And bro, I had worked with him. That's how I met him. I got referred to him by an electrical an inspector. And I used to go to this guy's house on Friday nights, eat pizza with him and his wife. I mean, I lived 50 feet away from them. They lived in like B building, and I lived in Creekside D. Mm-hmm. And they lived in B building, I never spent the night there, but I'd go watch a movie. He didn't smoke pot. He didn't do blow. But I remember one time I gave him an ounce of blow to hold. And he held it for me for a month and shit. And I went back there and got it from him. And it was the same coke and everything. So I don't know what his commitment was, but he taught me how to cut alarms. Like, he was the guy that taught me how to, like, if you had a general alarm with the horn on them, you know how some people just have the Puerto Rican alarm with the horn and they got the tape on the glass? This is 82, you know what I'm saying? 83, guys. So it's amazing that you guys are hanging with me, and I've never taken you down a bad street. But the people I was hanging out with at that age were fucking lunatics.
You were the cop.
Yeah.
Do you think he was like waiting for you to do something big and he just never did it?
No. I think that we became friends, and then during our friendship, I opened up my flap and started talking. And I didn't realize it until about 10 years later. I tried to rob a jewelry store one night, and I did it exactly how he told me. The cops were waiting for me that night. I didn't get arrested. They never caught me. They came to my house because they found the foot tracks.
Oh, that's that one.
In the snow, yeah.
It must be hard to be a burglar in Colorado for that reason.
Well, at that time, but that night, it was hysterical because the boots were in my house. And they asked me, where were you? And I go, I didn't leave the house tonight. And all of a sudden they go, well, and all of a sudden the boots are right there, defrosting. That's how smart I fucking am. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with some musically. What the fuck, cocksucker? I'm gonna open up this Chibo where you lick my fingers anyway.
Every podcast, it's something sexual with you.
What's sexual?
Last time you told me if you had to, you would fuck me or whatever.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand how I said it. I said it like as a man going into a bar when you're drunk. If you went into a bar one night and you're drunk, I'm the type of guy I'd fuck you, meaning like I'm a horn dog, and I wouldn't fuck somebody. Like I meant it like that.
More of an example.
You
like I'd fuck anything, and he just used it as you happen to be sitting there.
Yeah, I don't think that's how he said it.
Let me tell you something, cocksucker.
I listened to that podcast.
If I wanted to butt bang you, I would have gave you a sleeping pill a long time ago and tied you up and put a little bat suit on you. It would have been easy.
You would have given me a sleeping pill?
I would have gave you a couple. You know, you're a big boy. I got to give you a couple sleeping pills and an enema. I would dress you up, make you shit yourself. And that.
What? Oh my god!
This reef is on fire today and shit.
Yeah, that's a good one. Is that church? I like that one.
This is a bunch of different ones. I got a bunch of different fucking nemesis. I got people who are at war here. I got weeds I can put together. They're at war, these two weeds. You put them together, it blows up.
You just mix two things together?
Two fucking things that have been at war since the 16th century. Very obscure podcast tonight, but I'm digging it. This is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep giving you the same boredom every fucking week. D'Agostino, talk to these cocksuckers. So me and D'Agostino, I contacted him when all this special talk came up. I contacted him because there's certain people like Josh Wolf. When I ran with Josh Wolf every day, Josh Wolf would call me at 2 a.m. with a fucking suggestion. And there's some people who try to do it, but there's some people who your voice gets to, and that's what happened to him. He's my brother. He's like a younger brother. What am I going to do? And I'm very lucky to have him. So I said that I would love to have him on board to help me put the pieces together instead of giving you joke. I want to give people something. I want to give people something good. There's nothing in there but ice cubes. Right. I'm like a third grader and shit at fucking camp. I got nothing but little crushed ice in here.
So what is it like? Because people always ask me what it's like working with Joe, and like I do the video. I don't do any of the comedy stuff, but like when a bigger comic asks you as a younger comic to like help him write, like what do you think?
I mean, it's a really cool thing. I mean, I don't know if Joey like gets like how, because I've listened to him talk about how he's just like, it's just me. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But to us, like younger comics, we're like, holy shit, it's Joey Diaz. You know what I mean? And also, I don't really want to tell too many people that I'm helping him too. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those things you want to tell everybody, but I shouldn't tell everybody. You know what I mean? So
it's really weird, man. You come up and you got these people that have this ego, and you hear that they do this and this and this, and let me tell you something. The most important thing in life is knowing that if you want to get better, you could always reach out for help. Mm-hmm. And I like your act. I like how you approach it. He's very smooth. He's very backdoor. Like, you're like looking at them in Sacramento. I go, these people are loving D'Agostino. He's going in the back door. He's going right for the asshole, and he comes up the front. And he one legs him, and he takes him down, and he takes him down, and the pussy's right in his mouth. You don't even have to, nothing. Like some people have to wrestle for it and get in position. Fuck no. He landed right on top of the pussy. She's got nowhere to go. And at the end, he tells him to look him up on Twitter in a smooth way. It was just brilliant. So when I look at a comic and I see that, and I could always use help, if I called, let's say I called Mark Maron or somebody or Bill Burr, who I look up to, you know, they wouldn't have the time or whatever, but we forget about that sometimes. 5 years from now, he might get an HBO special and come to me and go, Joey, I got 10 grand for you.
Yeah.
Help me. And that's how you do a special. Because you write about what you perceive, and then you have somebody else's opinion. When fucking Chris Rock was doing those great specials 10 years ago, Chris Rock is brilliant. Yeah. But it was Nick DiPaolo, Louis C.K., and fucking Richard Jeni.
I was just going to ask you, like, as
write it.
That's a genius move. You know how many comics take respect from other people?
Yeah.
You know how many people, first off, you know how hard it is to find somebody's voice. And you found it with me. Like, sometimes I'm talking to you, you know what's on the CD, what's not on the CD. He reminds me about a tag. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying half the time. The last 2 years is when I started coming home and writing that shit down. But for 20 years, I didn't do shit, guys. I didn't do shit. I want to give people the best that I could give them. You know what I'm saying? That's all you want in this business at any level. That's all you want. If I put out a special, I want it to be a fucking special, Lee.
Yeah.
You know, you want it to be Eddie fucking Murphy Delirious. You want it to be Andrew Dice Clay, the Dice Man coming. That's what you aspire for. That's what motivated you into this. The first time you saw those specials, whether it was George Carlin at Carnegie Hall, or whatever, Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip, it was the whole patois of the special. You think about the specials you guys like. It's not the fucking thing on stage. It's the whole thing. You stay and read the credits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah. Now, is it weird for you having someone help you write? Is that something you wouldn't have done earlier?
I think my ego, and I never met anybody who could do it.
Because like
I know 2 people in 20 years that I trust.
Wolf and
yeah, I know 2 people that I can look at the eye and go, I trust you, dog. Whatever you say, give it to me. Let's do this. I want this. If you don't like this tag, listen. I told you something a long time ago, Lee. And I shouldn't say this, but I'm saying it on the air. I throw away more good jokes than most comics write. And anybody who knows me knows I'm not bullshitting. I throw away more fucking jokes than more comics write. Sometimes I'm on the phone with American fucking Airlines, and I'll drop a bomb on those bitches. You know what I'm
saying? Or even some bits I've heard him do a couple of times on stage, and I don't hear him do it anymore. And I'm just like, how come you don't do that bit anymore? We should work on that. And recently we were just talking about it, and he was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forget. I got 1,000 fucking things. I'm not 20 no more. The alpha brain, the reefer, it helps to a degree, but you're writing. And you don't know. You know, I don't trust it. I don't know how to do it. Well, I finally figured out how to tape my sets on the iPhone.
Oh, good.
You know, fucking I had the thing 6 months. I finally figured out it's 2 buttons. But I'm no fucking genius, and I don't trust it.
Yeah.
But they have the voice memo, the whole fucking thing. It's pretty brilliant shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I could be a mimic, like with certain comics that I watch all the time. Like in my head, I can hear their voice all the time. Like if I hear a joke, I'm like, that sounds like a bird joke. You know what I mean? So before Joe even asked me to help him with the project, I would already like think of jokes and go like, that sounds like a Joey Diaz joke. Like I can hear it. I can hear his voice in my head when I'm saying it. And even now, when I'm trying to work something out, I think like maybe Joey can do this. I go up stage on an open mic and I try to talk it out before if I bring an idea to him. And then I did it the other day, and somebody came up to me and they were like, he's like, dude, what are you stealing jokes from Joey Diaz? Someone said that to me the other day. They go, you sound like fucking Joey Diaz on stage. You took his tone and everything. And I'm like, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to say.
What you wanted.
That's what I wanted. I was doing an impression of him, basically.
Yeah. Does that hurt you? Because you're at the club every night. You work there. Like since you want to be a comic, does that hurt you? Kind of.
No, because we're 2 completely different people. We may have similar writing, but I mean, I can't go on stage and be like, yeah, I was in Jersey when I was a little kid. You know, that ain't me.
Well, not him, but I mean like all the comics you see.
What do you mean?
Like if you saw Gabriel and Bill Burr and then Joey and then you saw Tig Notaro or I don't know whoever you see every night.
Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do practice stuff in a real. I only do it at open mics and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it in front of those guys. Nor would I do something I'm working on for him, especially in front of those guys. You know what I mean? Because you never know.
Yeah, and then stuff like you always talk about people like will ask you to like, oh, give this to Joe Rogan or whatever. Do people come to you? Because people always email me, have Joey give me a shout out. I want to have Joey on my podcast that 8 people listen to, or I want to have Joey in my what's it called? My YouTube show, and most of the time I don't even tell you because I know you're gonna what are you asking me this stuff for?
They probably email me by that point, or they're about to email me. I got a lot of stuff, and I try to be honest with people because what people haven't realized, like my brother's coming, George is coming.
Oh, cool.
Have you met George?
No.
New Jersey. George will be here Sunday. He's here for now, for Comic-Con.
Oh, cool.
You want to go to San Diego, Lee? Just let me know.
I'm going this weekend.
Oh, I've never been.
I'm going. I didn't even know it was Comic-Con.
Oh,
I'm going for Cosby.
Oh,
I'm going to see Bill Cosby.
I saw him in Cerritos. It's great.
Man, I can't wait. And then I try to get a hotel. Lee, I try to get a hotel. I'm like, why are all the hotels $600 and they're all sold out everywhere? And then I was like, oh shit, it's fucking Comic-Con.
Yeah, they filmed it. They filmed it for Comedy Central. It's a great 2 hours. I told Joey I was going. He said, "Eat an edible, listen to the album at home. Why are you driving to Cerritos for?"
Speaking of which, you want to kill this motherfucker?
Let's do a weekend podcast, and I can do it. Because I have to be in Santa Monica telling them why I can edit things.
Fucking look like Fidel.
So Cosby's awesome, huh, Lee?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
I can't wait.
I
think I'm gonna go watch him. He's got some other shows he added. I'm gonna go see him.
He's gonna be in Vegas
pay my
twice.
dues at one point. I got to go respect the guy and see him.
It's amazing to go see somebody that's been doing. It's amazing when Lee told me. I goofed on him, but it was pretty brilliant on Lee, and that's why I respect you guys. That's the other thing. I have mad respect for Lee because Lee's not here going, Joey, why aren't you on TV? Lee's telling me that he's got different flavors. Lee will tell me when he likes a joke. Lee will make a funny look when he doesn't like a joke. You know what I'm saying? I have good people. I have good friends. I'm very blessed to have that. So when you have that, you have to put trust in them. Because I never want to be that guy. I've seen it happen a million times. That all of a sudden people are too fucking, no. You got to get to the dance. You got to go to the dance what got you there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what got me is my friends. So you put that around you, and all you can do is get funnier. Diaz, how many times have we had conversations outside, me, you, and Jack Jr.?
Yeah.
And we've been howling.
Yeah.
Me and Vinny Oshana.
Yeah.
Me and Vinny Oshana me and Lee bumped into Vinny Thursday night in Long Beach.
You were there too in Long Beach?
Oh, God.
We fucking lost it. We lost it like 3 kids with no weed. Tell them the truth, Lee.
Well,
we only smoked a little bit. We took one hit.
An hour earlier.
Was that the same night when the black girl went up to you and told you she was wanting to take you home?
Well, no, yeah, because we were sitting in the Laugh Factory.
I'm telling you, dog.
And a hot girl walked by, and Vinny walked up to Joey, and Vinny was like, "She's hot, isn't she?" And then Joey's like, "I'm gonna tell her." And no, Vinny says, "That's the type of girl I would eat her pussy as she was shitting." And Joey was like, Vinny said that to him as like a confidential joke between comics.
Yeah.
And Joey's eyes lit up. He's like, "I'm gonna say that as she walks by again." So
I'm gonna tell her that you said that.
So she walks by and he goes, "Hey," and she doesn't respond. And on the way back, he pulls her and he's like, "That guy over there, he told me he'd eat your pussy as you were shitting." And she's like, "Oh," and like I was like, it slowed down. I was like, "Ooh," I was like, "Is she gonna slap him? What's gonna happen?" And he somehow picked the one girl in the club who was like honored. She's like, "Oh, thank you, that's so sweet."
And then I threw a tag. I go, "With a yeast infection." And Vinny Oshana lost it.
All three of us pussy anyway.
All three of us lost it with laughter just because the girl was on a date. I knew she was on a date. It didn't matter. When she walked past us, she was very beautiful and she had glasses on. But some women wear glasses because they want to look intelligent. This bitch wore glasses because she was a four-eyed bitch. She worked at a dildo store.
Yeah, she owned a sex toy store.
This is perfect. So when she walked past us, she said hello to us with a big smile, very nice. You could tell she was. There's some women you could talk to, and there's some women you can't. On the way back, I knew that she went to the bathroom and said, "These guys said hello. They gotta be cool." And on the way back, when she made that turn, she was smiling from ear to ear. She was like, "These guys are all right." That's when I said, "Come here for a second. This guy over here says he would eat your pussy while you're taking his shit." And she just lost. And while she would get done, I didn't throw the yeast infection. I counted to 3. And she's like, "Yeah, count to 3. Timing is everything." She's like, "What a yeast infection." Bam! Broke her. It was like a punch that was headed to your head and went right to your fucking stomach. She fucking keeled over. She left. Vinny we were dying.
That's great.
We were dying. And that's, people, it's a shame that they have this new thing. What is it? Sexual harassment.
Yeah.
That you can't tell a woman she's hot no more.
Yeah.
You can't go up to a woman and say, "Listen, all jokes aside, you're married and I respect that. I'm not saying nothing out of the ordinary thing. But maybe somebody forgot to tell you, you're fucking banging today." You look at a woman sometimes and tell her that. She might look like she ain't interested, but why was she in front of the mirror for 20 minutes before she left the house for? Yeah. Not because she wouldn't want to go out and scare little fucking kids. Because she wants you to say, I'm fucking banging, dog. My mother told me that when I was fucking 5. My mother would tell me, go up to that woman right there and tell her she's fucking banging. And I would have to go up, tug their dress and say, mi amada dijo que tú estás linda con cojones. And the woman would look at me and go, what the fuck did you say? And she would give me a kiss and a hug, and she'd go, that's a good fucking thing. And she would wink at my mom, fucking good job. Good fucking job. This little kid just made my day at the supermarket. Sometimes we forget as husbands and boyfriends to tell them, hey man, you look fucking beautiful today.
Yeah.
And you know what? Instead of getting cereal that day, you might get eggs. You might stop and get eggs and a fucking piece of bacon. I tell my wife every day she looks beautiful. I make it a fucking habit. If I see a woman who's trying, walking, I'm dropping on them. What's the worst thing? One woman in the last 6 months, the fat chick in San Jose.
Oh, yeah, she got
when we were outside with Eddie Bravo, some little chick that thought she was banging. Oh, today, well, we got to stop this podcast. Today, I had to go to the doctor. I was telling you, I was so fucking happy. I got off the fucking 101, headed south, and I had to eat something. But it was 20 to 11. Nothing's open. I'm on that cusp.
Yeah.
But I tell you what's open every day. That one strip in Lancashire is already banging at 9 in the morning. The Chinese place. What's the name of it?
The Dragon Street?
No,
what?
The other one, right next to the Wings.
Oh, Panda?
Panda's open at 9 for breakfast. The Greek place, yeah. If you're in the bind. And they got shit out. They got the moose shoe. They got the and I walked in there, and the chick was too stupid for me. The waitress was talking to some kid. The kid didn't know. Big, medium, fuck this. I wanted Panera anyway. I was in the mood for the sweet onion bagel.
Oh, that's when you went to Panera.
I was in the mood for the sweet onion bagel with the yogurt, with the fucking strawberries. Tremendous at Panera's with the green tea there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're off the chain. But I went in there, bang, they had a shrimp salad sandwich. It was a special with the house salad.
Uh-oh.
I was starving. All I had for breakfast was fucking oatmeal and fruit, raspberries and a cantaloupe. I said, fuck this shit. And I banged out the shrimp salad sandwich with the salad. The best fucking $14-15 I spent in the last fucking 6 months for breakfast. So Panera's throwing some heat. Go in there, give them some love. That's how we roll here, Lisa. Yeah.
They have a good Caesar salad. I don't like the sandwiches as much. Like the one I had, like roast beef, it was, I don't know, the bread was too much, but I love the salads.
Yeah.
We went there for breakfast once. I would never think you'd want to spend $15 on a sandwich. I think you'd be like,
what is lunch nowadays? Yeah. What's lunch? You know, the China Deli is tremendous in Studio City. It's $7. What is it? You go to China Deli?
No.
No, that's the best lunch. If I was poor, I'd be in there every day. They have the $5 with a soda. With the soda, a fin. You get the soup, the egg roll, which, you know, it's just a stick full of vegetable oil, and a couple fucking ugly carrots and shit. They give you like wonton, they give you white rice or fried rice, and they give you the entree. And it's heavy duty. I've been in there with 1,000 people from Ari. It's one of Ari's favorite fucking places, China Deli, right off of Lancashire.
I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah, tremendous. See, you like the other place, but I think the other place is going under.
They're going downhill.
The last 2 times I've been in there, my stomach, I snort that shit out. I know what good fucking sushi looks like. The last 2 times I've been in there, the sushi's been a little bots. It's been a little fucking fatty and shit.
I've been in there when the albacore starting to look too dark.
Yeah, it's starting to look dark. That ain't right.
When fish looks dark.
Yeah, they're getting that shit from a lake or something and telling you it's albacore. Something ain't right.
I have friends who do the grocery store sushi. I can't stand it. It's too cold. Do you eat the grocery store sushi?
That's like 7-Eleven sushi.
Listen to me. You go over to Rouse. And you go in there about 10:20. And you stand there next to that Japanese lady. You watch her cut a roll. You take that roll, you already have the fuck that soy sauce package shit like a Puerto Rican. You get the bottle at the house, the low sodium.
Yeah.
How far is it from Rouse to your house?
5 minutes.
If you first of all, let's come to the agreement of one thing. I love sushi, but I don't care if you go to Ming Ho Hing's Palace of Sushi and they're on a fucking lake. If you once you put that sushi in a to-go box, it's a different savage.
Yeah.
So that's what people have. When I see people taking sushi, let's take it to go. For what? You're about to get sicker than fucking sick. You're about to taste that. Sushi has a longevity of 18 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
That's how long. I mean, let's be honest with each other.
It's raw fish.
It's raw fucking fish.
It ain't cooked fish.
I've had sushi. I've tried to take sushi home twice, and I knew one time. Ralphie May is the king of knocking on your door with a box of sushi.
Really?
Yeah, with a shark, with a leg in his mouth. You know, You know, and he's like, I just got this for you. I know you did. But when you bite into it, you're suspect. You eat 3 pieces, and you know, the rice hardens up like a cast. The rice gets like a fucking cast. Talking of which, I'm at Panera. And I'm sitting there looking at Lancashire. And there's a bus station across the street. Not only I could see this shit. God has put shit like this in my life since day one. And you know why? Because there's never anybody around for me to show it to you. And again, today, I didn't even go for the camera. I'm sitting there eating this fucking salad, and I'm looking out the window. You know when the light goes like that and people are allowed to walk across the street?
When it flashes,
You know what I'm talking about, where I'm at, right?
Exactly.
I'm right there on the corner. I'm
Chandler.
looking across the street, Chandler. I'm looking across the street at the bus station. Just looking, guys. Why? I have no idea. You know when you're just looking like a retard out the window? Let's agree on that. And I see a certain walk. You know that walk that a woman has, that only a woman has, is selling pussy?
Yeah.
So it makes me look at the eye immediately. Not that I'm buying it, but I'm looking. You gotta look. You gotta look. You never know. Right, I look up.
Yeah.
And she's got glasses. She's a black girl with glasses on. And what else does she have on? She's got glasses, and I can't see. I only see from the shoulders up, and she's not bad. And she's tall, and she's sleek. And she's got, you know those yoga pants that are tight?
Oh, I love those pants.
Oh,
I love leggings. I love
they were
them.
fucking tight on her. And you could tell she had nice black fucking thighs. And I looked a little under the knees, and she had black skin. And she had those little flip-flops on with black skin. You can see the toes have been beat up. Like, she don't have carpeting and shit. You know what I'm saying? And she don't put cream on her toes.
Her toes got beat up. Listen to one.
Right? But she's nice looking, you know. A good-looking girl. No, I don't like hookers or whatever, but I'm looking at her. But then I look up as she gets closer, see the full picture because I got my glasses on. This bitch is working it at 10 to 11 in the morning. Like it's fucking 8 o'clock at night. But here's where it gets kinky. I ain't mad at her. She's got a cast on. Somebody broke her arm this week. She's got... This bitch has a cast on from her hand to her fucking elbow, and she's pushing that motherfucker along like nothing, Jack.
Oh my God.
She's like, fuck the arm. This pussy is delicious. You know what I'm saying? Then she's standing in the corner with the hoof just hanging there with the arm, right? And she's brilliant. She hung the purse on there. So every time
But it was just like
I'm looking at this and I'm on the phone with someone. I go, listen, before you keep going, I got to tell you who you're on the phone with and what happens in my life. And she's a girl, great girl that's helping me out. Bobby's her name, Jackie's her name. And I'm telling her, listen, Jackie, there's a hooker with a fucking cast. Working it like nothing's there.
You think she was a hooker?
I know she was a hooker. She's still in the corner for like 13 minutes working that fucking cast. And people were like looking at her. But once they saw the cast, they're like, no, this is getting deeper. This could be like a fucking prank. This could be something. A hooker with a fucking cast. This doesn't, you know, when she gets in the car, what's the conversation? Now all this is going through my head and she's standing 30 feet from me.
Yeah.
And right there, she crosses the street again to the other side. Now you know where she is now.
Yeah.
And she's sitting in that shaded area where the buses don't roll up there. They roll up a little, but she's standing there because she's looking for a prospect. And then I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
I wonder if it was her hand job hand.
I couldn't let that go into the computer anymore. I have too much stuff in my head to even think. That's the life I lead, guys.
What if she was like hiding like a shotgun under there or something, just in case?
And it was a thick cast.
Really?
So the guy fucked up her arm. Well, they threw her out of the car.
God.
I'm surprised you didn't invite her in and like, I'll buy you the half sandwich and the soup. Let me find out what happened to your arm.
So if you were there, I would have definitely done it because you would have taped it. We would have got the speakers in the car, the whole fucking thing.
We would have taped it. Oh my God.
He would have. If I had been there, he would have been like not even gotten up. He'd be like through Panera. He'd be like, "Yo," until she heard like through the glass, and then for 200, we fart in his face and hit him in the head with your cast. Or I don't know what he would say, but oh my God,
That's crazy.
Oh, you're a fucking savage, you know that?
oh my God.
I don't understand you fucking people. I don't understand you people no more. So what else is going on? So we're going to go on the road a couple times.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at the act, and we'll hone it down, and we'll get it prepared. But I trust you. I love you to death. I love that we met yesterday, and you had a lot of great stuff to say. And now, you know, we're a family, dog. We're just building a fucking family. You can't do this. At one point, you're going to have to... None of you guys read fucking the Samuel Bogravano book?
No.
You can be on your own for a little while, but at some time, you're going to have to join the family. No. He just drops it on you.
And speaking of family, you fucking working out with the On-It stuff still going well? You went to jiu-jitsu like a night or two ago, right?
Listen, dog. I am fucking knocking on dead. I'm having a great time. I feel better. I got to tell you something. I called her already today, the psychotherapist,
Yeah.
to thank her. I really believe that she hypnotized me. And I asked my doctor today when I go, did she hypnotize me? He goes, yeah, I think so. It was amazing. And I didn't know she hypnotized me until I was leaving after I gave her the money. I go, wait a second. I walked in here at 11 o'clock. It's 12:30. We only said maybe 20 minutes of conversation. What happened to the other hour? I checked my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I checked my dick to make sure that I didn't black out and stab her. And this was just a fucking fantasy, and they were about to take me down and all this stuff. And I left. And for Sunday, I walked around and I pushed her a little bit. But I really worked on the tools she taught me. I really worked on the island of serenity. Mm-hmm. I really worked on with the garbage can. If I get thoughts, to put them right in the garbage can on my right-hand side. Just don't even process them, you know. And I went Monday and trained with my man Salami up at 10th Planet Van Nuys, and it was tremendous. One time I had to get up and just compose my breathing. But now what's going on is I'm in shock because I'm not going into heat. Do you follow me? So you're expecting something, it doesn't come. So now I'm in a complete different type of
feel like
shock.
a void?
Right. Like now I'm in fucking limbo because now last night I went to kickboxing, and I got to tell you, the whole fucking hour and a half I came home, this morning I went to do laundry, the shirt was still fucking drenched. Didn't have a situation at all. My breathing was good. I'm focusing on it, you know. And that's the other thing. You got to focus on your breathing when you're in there. A lot of times you do something and you don't breathe. That sets a guy back. That's 300 pounds.
Yeah.
That's 300 fucking pounds. That's why they say when you're real muscular in those UFCs, you don't do well because how much oxygen can you get to those fucking muscles in time? Now the next level is me. I want to just rip down completely. Like, you know, but working out wise, you know, I don't want to trick in or nothing. I want to count my points. And I've been eating healthy lately. I got to be honest with you guys. I've been eating a little healthy. Last week I went to the doctor. My blood pressure was fucking up there.
Oh, it was?
But I went to see this lady. We talked about this, and I'm going to try to have her call the podcast. I really think that this is really interesting. It's all the fears I had, and I knew it. Last year, I had surgery last February. Before that surgery, guys, I had like fucking 3 or 4 needles. And nothing. I walked out of there like, you know, like Captain SpongeBob SquarePants. Like I owned the fucking pineapple and the crab shack, right? I walked out of it like nothing. Now, at night, right? At night, that one time when I came back from Miami and my legs swelled up. Were you around for that? And they had to rush me to the hospital at night. And that lady said, I got to draw blood. Usually I'm a goner. That time I didn't faint. That was shocking. So I knew a faint was in the universe. I knew a faint was somewhere in the fucking horizon. And then I went to do a blood test again, and I was good. All these blood tests, nothing happened. But they thought I had that fucking cat thing. They thought I had that thing, and I went down there. They were supposed to give me 2 needles. They put 1 needle in my ass. Guys, you should have seen me. Took me 45 minutes just to leave. The sweat didn't fucking stop for hours. From every orifice in my body. I had to lay off the needles for like fucking 6 weeks.
You when your wife was pregnant, you went like every week to get a needle. I was worried because and you didn't tell me about it. Like we were talking one night. You said I was gonna call you back, and then you didn't call back. And usually I just think you had an edible and you fell asleep. But then you called me the next day. Like, sorry, they took me to the hospital. I'm like, why didn't you call me and tell me you're in the hospital? Like, I forgot about that. You thought you had like a blood clot.
You ever get a fucking call from somebody and they say they're in the hospital to tell you they're okay? Then what the fuck you call me for?
Yeah.
Call me when you're out of the hospital and tell me. Did I tell you what happened last night in the Agostino?
No, what?
I got stabbed in the neck and I had to go to the hospital. But they stitched me up and I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? But if I call you from when somebody calls you from the hospital, oh my God, that's the first, what happened? And then they go, no, nothing. I got hit by a car, but the bike saved me and I'm okay. I'll limp home. I'll be at the in fucking 2 hours. You know, like, whatever. But they call you to tell you they're okay. That always makes me nervous. Like, you sure? You want me to come down there? No, then what the fuck you call me for? It's 10:30. I'm trying to watch fucking The Odd Couple. It's just ending up over here.
Fuck.
Hysterical.
Do you, when you go get blood taken, you don't get like squeamish from them taking blood? Or like
The last time I went down.
Yeah.
The last time I went down. But I'd been to that same office 3 times.
And you feel more comfortable?
The first 2 times, I was great. The second time, she stayed there a little longer. And something just happened. It just takes me. But I've had this condition for a long fucking time, since I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. I've thrown up, fainted in doctor's offices.
I don't want it no more. I'm through with it. The only way now in this... Listen, guys, I'm going to be as honest as I can with you. I was telling my wife, I'm at the doctor's office twice a week minimum.
Jesus.
You got to remember, I go to Medici once a week, and I go to Dr. Amy once a week. I get cupped, and she
that
needles
kind,
me.
okay.
That's just the minimum. God forbid I get a rash, the fucking fungi on the toenail, the ear infection, the eyes, the fucking dentist. There's always something when you're 50. So right now, all I'm doing is preventive medicine. That's it. I'm not doing no major knock on fucking wood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing dick. But you have to go to this shit. I like the acupuncture. I leave the phone in the car, everything. I don't put coins in my pocket. I don't want to be radioactive. I go up there, I want the needles to hit the fucking meridians, and I'm fine. You know, and I hate even going out on Tuesdays, but it's a great night to go to kickboxing. That's what I did last night. But I slept like a baby last night. I drink a bunch of water after that shit and some fruit and flush that motherfucker out. I took one of those acupuncture shits, one of those like a cactus. Jesus. Ripped up my little muffler. I still got blood coming out. I just scratched my ass. Dog, you got a fucking coin in your toilet.
I do?
And he leaves piss in there, so nobody will steal the fucking coin.
I don't have a coin in my toilet, do I really?
And that fucks with Jews. When you put like a coin in their toilet, they go pee, and a Jew will look at that thing and hold that fucking pee.
You probably did that just now. You probably go and put a nickel in there.
And they'll stick that cold Jew hand in that toilet and get that water out of there and shit. Lee, boom, boom, say no, Lee, to answer your question, let me tell you something. I spoke to my man Orlando Rios down at On It, and I had him send me the Pro Maximum pack that I spoke about, and they were out of stock. That's how good that package is done. The 119, remember we discussed it with the 2 different packs a day?
Yeah.
That's how good that fucking product is done. Because they throw, so he said he says they're out of them temporarily for about 2 weeks, but he's going to send me all the other stuff that's in those.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to get those, but I told him to really double up on the fucking Shroom Tech.
Yeah.
That's really helping my breathing. And it's not even the breathing, it's the endurance. It's where I'm at now and how I feel afterward. And then I pop a couple new moons. Dog, I'm 300 fucking pounds. I'm rolling around with 20-year-old little fucking Filipinos who are faster than fuck. Those little Filipinos been through hell down there. They got knives, sticks.
I just have this image of like 3 little Filipinos jumping on your back and like doing flips in the air or something.
This one little Filipino. Listen, I got choked out last week almost by a 16-year-old with a fucked up haircut. A 16-year-old with a fucked up haircut almost choked your Uncle Joey out. That's a true fucking story.
Are you more pissed about 16 or the haircut?
Both. No. It's just that it's such a weird thing that I was telling my wife a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about this week when we were at the farmer's market. She goes, "You really like going there at night?" Like, when I get back, my wife looks at me and goes, "What the fuck? Your hair's fucked up. Your shirt's drenched. You know, you smell funny, you know." And she goes, "You really enjoy this?" And I go, "What are my options, dog?" I think that, you know, in the Agostino, your father grew up, right?
Yeah.
How old is your dad now?
He's 55.
And what does he do? He still teaches Kempo or something?
No, he doesn't teach it, but I mean, he's always been a big fan of all martial arts and stuff. But he used to take Hapkido and he used to teach it a little bit, like, you know, the kids' basic stuff and jujitsu. He's got all these like jujitsu T-shirts. I told you, my dad's got all these jujitsu T-shirts when he was a lot thinner, and he's a lot bigger now, so he gives them to me. And I go around wearing it, and people come up to me all the time. "You do jujitsu, man? That's so cool!" You know.
Does your dad still go to jujitsu?
No, not
How
anymore.
come?
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't done it in a couple of years. I don't know why he doesn't do it.
Ask him if he wants to. You know, a 50-year-old guy that is.
Yeah, I
shape.
told them before, and I was thinking about going to the kickboxing class
I'm
with
out
you.
of shape, and say, "Come on down and roll."
I should.
We'll
tell
go right there to Van Nuys. We'll go to 10th Planet Van Nuys. They got an open mat there. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm really fucking impressed with that. I'm really liking what I'm doing. I got the VMAX shirt right now. That's where I go. The Valley, that's where I go. And that's a great fucking jiu-jitsu program. What I like about it, it's a white belt school. There's only a couple blue belts, maybe 1 or 2 purple belts. Everybody else is a white belt. So you're rolling around with guys, I'm not getting killed. And it's making me learn the basics the right fucking way. And guys, that's what I wanted. I'm so happy. I don't want to go to contests or competitions. I just want to do something.
Yeah.
I want to be active so that blood, I want my ankles to stay skinny. You know, I really work on my ankles staying skinny. I don't want the circulation to get fucked up. You follow me? I don't want to get clogged up. So it means a lot to me. You know, it really does. Because my parents are dead. And I guarantee if you could communicate with my mom and say, what would you do different? Would you be doing jumping jacks right now? She'd say every fucking morning.
You think so?
Fuck yeah, man. You got to take care of yourself in so many different levels. And yeah, I got some fucking weight on me, but you know what? I drink a lot of water again. We go through those fucking gallons. We got those things at the house now where they deliver the water the last 2 years. You know, that's made a big difference at the house. You drink a lot of water, huh, Lisa?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've cut down. I told someone at work, I still drink like 3 the sodas, diet sodas a day. I don't drink regular soda. But at comedy clubs or anywhere when I work, they give it to you for free. So I used to drink 6 or 7 a night. So I've been cutting down, and
I cut soda out completely.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
You guys are young. You're picking up good fucking habits because that's. At 25, I was always a good eater. Like at 25, I still didn't eat food, but I ate tons of it. Because at 18, I was working out. At 25, you stop a little bit. You can start working. You get a girlfriend, a wife. You know, I was doing a little time. Shit happens. You're in county for a few weeks at a job. So after a while, you're like, fuck it, I'll just run off the fuse. You know, when you're 18 and you're in shape and you see a guy my age, and he says to your dog, this is going to be me, you in 25 years. You're like, fuck you, man. I'll always be skinny. Wait. You know, unless you're doing something for help, it fucking gets hard because what it took calorie-wise and wise to burn that fat, now it's double at that age. Your metabolism.
Yeah.
You got to pick your fucking metabolism up. It's not like when you were a kid, you ran around all fucking day. When I was a kid, I could do 3 karate classes. You know, throwing punches, running to the park. Now I do 1, and I'm done for the day. And it's not even I'm done. I go home and I ride after that and take a shower and, you know, make calls. Sometimes I go out and do a set. But it's just amazing that I'm still going at 50. When I was doing it as a young man, and you would have asked me if I would have been still doing this shit at 50, I would have told you, and tonight I'm going to go to jiu-jitsu. And then tomorrow I'm going to fucking plane to Philadelphia, bitches.
Oh, shit.
Helium Comedy Club, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Do you have a favorite cheesesteak place, or do you
Dog,
just gonna go everywhere?
What? I've never been to either or I haven't in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I go down there, I don't know where I ate 20, 30 years ago. I forgot.
They're all good.
And when I go there now, I was talking to Don Herrera this morning. He was saying the same thing. He goes, just go anywhere. They're all fucking good.
No, this is a big thing. Cheese Whiz or the provolone?
I gotta try the Cheese Whiz.
I've never tried it. It freaks me out. I like provolone cheese.
You know, Cheese Whiz scares me like on a cracker. It looks like what comes out of my face when I pop a pimple. You know, that's what I like about it and don't like about it. I've always had an obsession with popping pimples.
I've never had a Philly with cheese whiz.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've
never seen that.
It's a big question. Like, I've been to Philly a couple times. Joey, not lived in Philly, but you were always there. It's
but
like
this is 30
it's like the
years ago.
nacho cheese sauce. It's like
somebody hit me up before on Twitter. And they're like, "Hey, where's the best place to eat in Denver?" And sometimes I would know a place, but I don't go to Denver frequently that much to recommend the place. When I go to Denver, I go to a place down the corner from the hotel with the UFC, and they're always there. And I got a bowl of green chili, and I don't even know the name of the fucking place.
Yeah,
but I heard it's really good, and I go there. I just don't know the name of it, so I'm sorry. I live in L.A., and I don't even know what the fuck's going on in L.A.
And you won't trust Yelp.
So let me talk to you about something here. So you got something going on Nuevo TV.
Oh, Nuevo TV, yeah.
Now, Nuevo TV is making a move. The big thing they're doing is they bought an Angela Johnson special.
Yeah, they did. I heard about that.
And they're going for it. So this is this is the way. I remember in 1995 watching House of Buggin' with John. You guys weren't even born. It was a sketch show with John Leguizamo on Fox. It was the beginnings of Fox. On Sunday nights, they had The Simpsons and the show The Lust and Marriage. But somewhere in that, at like 6:30, they had a Spanish in living color called House of Buggin'. There's 6 episodes on YouTube. And out of the 6 episodes, they had 2 great fucking sketches. Voguing for Congress.
Okay.
With Leguizamo. Put it on. Go ahead.
Voguing for Congress?
Put on House of Buggin'.
All right.
John Leguizamo. And it was 6 episodes. Everybody laughed at that show. But that's what built Fox. It was those, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Fox was nothing then. In 1995, when this is what I'm talking about, Fox was nothing. Fox, anybody who put on Fox was on Sunday nights. for America's Most Wanted.
Do you want Uptown Voguing Troupe?
Yeah, hysterical. This is you know.
And exactly how much of a grant is this photographer requesting from the government, Miss Rodriguez?
$1,000, Senator, and we at the NEA feel that's reasonable.
Well, this is a darn pretty picture of a flower, I must admit. That's a... Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. You expect the U.S. government to squander tax dollars on that sort of filth?
Senator Trisket, I wouldn't exactly
get
say
this
squander. I mean, this is art.
Enough. Who's the next prevert on your list who wants us to fund his pornography?
Well, let's see. We have a modern dance troupe, Senator.
That sounds a little more like it. What do they call themselves?
The Uptown Voguing Troupe from Queens.
Jesus.
In the beginning, the house was void and without stuff. And God said, let there be so. Yes, you better work it, honey.
Jesus.
My name is Happy.
All right, that's good. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but Puerto Ricans and Cubans call fags la loca.
Oh, really?
That's like if you see a fag walking by, you're like loca. And they'll look at you and go, fuck you.
Oh, really?
And that's what he was saying, la loca, la loca. Oh. It's fucking hilarious. Those Puerto Ricans see a Puerto Rican fag and they call her loca.
Oh, no.
And it's hysterical. They lose their mind. Mira la loca. Who you calling loca, motherfucker? They'll fucking kill you over it. But in some circles, it's very avant-garde. They like it. It turns them on. Like, so if you bump into a Puerto Rican fag,
when is that ever going to happen?
you never know. You never know. You might be editing a show and a fag busts into the back door and rubs her chest on your fucking neck. And the next thing you know, you're in bed listening to Liberace music. Oh, I love it. The church. Oh, what's happening? Let me go out some motherfucking. So wait a second. We were talking about fucking on it before. I'm doing the whole on it lifestyle. I'm telling you what I'm trying. The weight don't fucking matter. The song remains the same. It's I'm taking care of myself. I'm getting out there. I'm sweating. The shirts are sweaty all the way down to the fucking shorts. The other day I asked fucking Salami in Jiu-Jitsu, why are my fucking Jiu-Jitsu pants wet? Like, that's fucking tremendous when you're sweating that much. That's got to be good for you at some levels, correct?
I guess so.
Can't hurt.
I said my underwear's turned yellow.
That might be a problem.
From the sweat from the ball sack, it's like a coffee sack. It's like when you run coffee through it. That's what it looks like. And after 1 hour, it's probably,
After 1 hour?
oh yeah, right by my fucking gagoots. Fucking
Sweating is good for you, I guess. Right?
yeah.
Oh, does your wife clean your underwear?
I wash my underwear. My wife come close to that shit. It might ruin it. Hey, when are you gonna get in the fucking pool, cocksucker? Work on the physique.
I have to start doing it. I'm just, and you told me like that this other week. I work a lot, and I'll diet. But I'm the laziest person.
But the pool, you don't even have to get in your car. That's how much I love you.
I have to get out of the house.
That's how fucking bad it is. I'm asking you to get on the elevator. In fact, you know what I'm gonna go do when I leave here? I'm gonna get you like a bat pole. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna buy you the fucking pole.
Strip a pole into the...
No, like bat, and you just zoom down.
It's gonna slide down to the pool.
And then it has the remote control pump on the bottom. And you shoot right back up to the fucking third floor like a doctor. Nobody knows you went to the pool.
Except for the huge friggin' bat pole going through the 3 flights of stairs now.
I get lazy moments too, Lee, but I mean, you know what helps sometimes? Like when you feel like, I don't feel like going. I can talk myself out of going to the gym or going swimming like every day. I can talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
But what helps is like if you go with somebody, if you go with like a friend or something. And
That
you're
would
like,
be
we're
nice.
gonna go work out together. You're like, yeah, okay, let's go. Then you can't say no. You know what I mean? You can't give yourself excuses. And also, it's like makes it more fun. You're like, yeah, we should go again. Like I go with Steve Simone walking Fryman. You should go, Lee. You should go walking Fryman. Have you walked it before?
No.
You should go walk Fryman. It's I have a bad knee too, like Joey. Like I had injured it when I was younger, and then now that I put so much weight on, I can't walk the Fryman anymore. But I lost a couple of pounds. I've been walking it, and I go with a buddy, and we talk, and then all of a sudden I completed it, and I'm like, I didn't do this last time I was by myself, but now it's because I was talking to somebody. Somebody was there. Your mind's off it. You
Yeah.
just go.
That's
I
what.
don't like that shit. That's one thing I don't like.
What?
Walking up a fucking hill. And
You don't like it?
No, outside around
But
here.
you
with
walk. You
snakes.
walk every day with your dog.
In the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well,
Why do I gotta go up and walk a fucking cliff?
you
What the
walk up-
fuck?
Oh, you're
You follow
hiking.
me?
No,
It's a hike.
hiking.
Yeah, they
no.
gotta hike, and then you gotta get the stick and the socks. And I have friends that have the hiking outfit. I hate you with that fucking stick.
Well, that's why I don't like Runyon. But like Fryman's
Yeah,
cool. There's,
Runyon's very clean.
it's a lot of
I did
wilderness.
Runyon like.
The view's good.
I'll tell you what, when I first moved here, I'll never forget how embarrassed I was. I used to go to Runyon with this fucking chick, the one I found the aluminum foil in her ass, the stripper girl. I used to walk Runyon with her. We used to have a dog. And we used to walk up that hill, and right when you walked in, right there when you walked in, now they do yoga, correct?
I haven't been there
Right.
in a
If you
while.
go there now, they do yoga on the side. And everybody's outside drinking water and shaking their head like, oh my God. Because it's those type of people that would do yoga there. 'Cause
Yeah.
you want to be seen doing yoga. So, but there used to be the 6 girls that would sit on a park bench with their workout pants on, with still the mascara running down from the night before, with audition signs. That's when you went out every day. When I first moved here in '98, if you had theatrical age, you went out every fucking day. And I would always see these girls, these 6'5" girls on the bottom of the hill, and I would sit there with the dog and listen to them. And it was fucking amazing. And you know where I fucked up? I fucked up not going into the service, and I fucked up not taping these 6 idiots' conversations. Remember, I got here when Leonardo DiCaprio released Titanic.
Oh.
Which meant that he was getting his dick sucked 8 times a day. We used to see him outside the building where we live, because he used to cop there. And somebody told me one day, you wake up in the morning, you see Leonardo DiCaprio in front of the building? This is no shit. This is true.
Are you
shit.
right after
Hollywood.
Titanic?
Right after Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio owned this fucking town. He was slinging dick every fucking night out. I remember that I would go up there with the dog and listen, and they would talk about how they would call Leonardo DiCaprio Leo. They were at Leo's this last night. Oh my God. He wore this shirt and we partied, and they would just sit there. And it was ridiculous. And they were talking about acting class and how they went to Jack's house 3 weeks ago. And Marky Wahlberg would, oh my God, he's doing a dinner party and we're dying to go. And meanwhile, people would walk and stop there and listen to these 6 fucking, morons, whatever the fuck they were. It was embarrassing. I always think about where these fucking 6 bimbos are today. Like where the fuck they at
They're
today.
still there.
Like those people that, and I'm not putting anybody down, but if you need to do something like that and go outside at some place, how many people walk around? How many people like that? Even they talk about Runyon Canyon on fucking Entourage. Like that's how trendy that fucking
Yeah,
place
it's too
is.
trendy.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
where
like to
you
go to that
walk
one.
to be seen. So if you're gonna go up there and fucking do yoga, you're killing me.
Yeah.
I hope a snake fucking bites you in the leg when you're in downward fucking dog, right in the back of the fucking. Anyway, don't get me.
That's like
excited.
people that go to the gym and do push-ups. You know what I mean? It's like they're just doing it just to get attention.
Yeah.
Look at D'Agostino dropping now. I never thought
Well,
about
because it
that.
bothers me because I'm trying to get on the machine and they're like blocking the machine so I can't get on it.
To
I'm not
do
even using the
push-ups.
machine
No, it's
to do push-ups. And I'm like, you could do that at fucking home.
Yeah. Like a year ago, or 6-7 months ago, I was gonna go to Joey's trainer at the YMCA because, like you were saying, if you had a friend doing it, but I feel like if I had an appointment with a trainer and they charge you if you miss it, like I wouldn't miss it. But she never ended up getting back to me. But that is something I have to. That's like the one thing that like I've lost 66 pounds on the juice. I would have lost 90 if I'd been working out. And it's just something I'm bad at. But while we have a quick second, have you ever been on Hulu Plus?
Yes, I actually have it. I'm a member.
Oh shit! Yeah, I mean, I love it. I still listen. I mean, we were talking the other day about how Joey's wife, my girlfriend, does your wife watch it? And like,
You know what we like to watch on there?
What?
I like to watch. I'm no fag, but I like to watch the cooking channel. They have all the shows from the cooking channel on there. I like to cook too, but
What's
the
your
best
favorite
show
show?
ever is Chopped. Have you ever seen Chopped?
Oh yeah.
All the episodes. Every time there's a new one, they upload it on
And that's
Hulu.
all on Hulu?
That's on
what I'm
Hulu.
saying?
Every episode.
Every fucking time I talk to somebody, everybody's on fucking Hulu. Get on Hulu. Go to joeydiaz.net. Cut the shit. Click on the box. What do they press? Joey. Bam. 2 free weeks. If you like it, you get it for $7.99 a month. That's nothing. That's $8 fucking dollars. That's 2 fucking lattes, and you can talk to your buddies, ha ha ha, and do all that fake shit. We don't drink motherfucking Starbucks here or go to Subway no more. We're anti-communism.
When I first got Hulu, I thought it was going to be like Netflix, like, oh, they only have these seasons, and then if I want to wait till the next season, I got to wait a couple months. But no, like, every time there's a new episode, it's like having cable. Every week there's a new episode, and you can go back and watch the old ones, too. So I do that with Chopped, and we watch it in bed together before we fall asleep. And Chopped is like, it's like a contest of these guys that cook, and they put, like, 3 mystery things in a box. They open the box, and it's like pears, fucking sushi, you know what I mean? Like, these 3 items, and they got to make, like, a whole meal out of it. And then, like, the judges taste it. It's fucking.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. It's not bad. That's a pretty innovative.
It's an entertaining show.
I like all that shit.
I'll have to check it out. I'm a little bit high right now. I'll have to watch it.
You know, it's amazing how I've gotten a lot of emails, people thanking me about Hulu. I've had like 2 or 3 haters on Hulu, but I've had like 70 or 80 people that thank me and said, you know what, it's a good service. And yeah, they take your credit card or whatever, but nothing's free. Get your shit together. Go to Hulu. Go to HuluPlus.com or go to JoeyDiaz.net. Bang it out, Joey. Get 2 free weeks, $7.99 a month. Who the fuck's better than you?
No one.
Why? You know what I'm saying? So you go to the gym, you eat some fucking On It products, you go home, you eat one of these Hemp Force protein bars, and you whack off. Your fucking Gazilda juice will be fucking purple, and you'll be ready to rock and roll with the big boys.
Oh, shit. So you're going to Philly, and then you're at the Ice House?
I'm at the Ice House with another son of Philly from Don Marrera.
Oh, shit.
And then we're together at the Ice House July 30th with special guests for the live motherfucking podcast. $10 in Pasadena on a Wednesday night. Mad Flavor and the fucking Jew. If the show is good, they're taking him to a strip club this time, and some chicks are still in his face. I will not be involved. I don't want to be involved in molesting Lee. I'm saving Lee for the big day when the girl farts in his face and Lee falls on his back like somebody judo threw him. It's before we go, we got to get out of here, correct?
I have a while.
You got time?
I got time.
You guys are really young. And you guys take things, and it's funny, hysterical when I watch documentaries on TV about how Bruce Lee changed the world. And they show these kids talking about, oh yeah, his films are dynamic. Well, if that's why you think about Bruce Lee or whatever, or you read, like half these people that talk have only read 3 pages of his fucking books or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it breaks my heart. I just sit there and giggle that they asked the wrong people. And I'm going to give you the backstory to it so you fucking know. You know, I never had a father. I had a stepfather. You know, I never had a father. But all those years I didn't have a stepfather, the Green Hornet was huge. I remember watching Combat and the Green Hornet on Sunday nights and not knowing any English. That was big to me. But to see this Chinese guy doing fucking backflips, are you fucking kidding me? And do you have any idea? Then, and you know, when I first watched Batman, like, that was great.
Yeah.
Like, I remember putting a fucking towel around your neck while Batman was on. You ever do that?
Yeah.
And you get, like, your mom's fucking eye thing and put B on your cape and shit. But then, Batman fought the Green Hornet. And I lived in hell. That was the first time I had ever been contradicted in my life, because I was a Bruce Lee fan, and I'm a fucking Batman fan, and now I'm cheering for Bruce Lee. And did you ever watch the episode?
No.
Green Hornet, Batman, click it. They don't fuck around, dog. I'm trying to give you motherfuckers knowledge. I'm trying to give the youth.
I didn't know Bruce Lee played Kato. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I do.
Green Hornet.
That fucking jamoke.
That guy.
Sorry about that. It's the afternoon fucking jizz from breathing fucking pollution in my fucking Ugatti. Hold on.
Oh my god, these are fucking. Let's see.
Play Bruce Lee against Batman.
I don't want to get careless and hurt Batman if we clash. Well, you always have your gas gun. Right.
Let's see if I can.
There he is.
And we are both quite flexible. But there wasn't enough room to use my horn.
God, TV shows used to be so, like, the sets and the costumes. This is crazy.
Take your picture.
Where's the fight?
We've never run away from.
Bruce Lee fucks up fucking Robin. This is 1960-something, correct?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm 3, 4, 5 years old. Losing my fucking mind in the living room. Punching shit. Kicking my mother's French poodle. Just fucking going berserk.
Batman just threw Robin on a guy.
And look at Bruce with a little butler hat on. He didn't give a fuck. But that just goes to show you what Chinese people were in 1966. They were either butlers, they had a fucking restaurant, or they were a chauffeur. That was bullshit. Look at Bruce in 1966. Look at, bam, look at this.
Oh my god.
Bam, look at sidekicks and shit. This is all on YouTube. This is real. Now you're 5. You're jumping up and down. You're about to kill your babysitter. Look at him. He just fucked him up.
He's
Now they
just
stop. Look.
roundhouse
Look
kick
at him, man.
Robin.
Kato don't do dick.
American standoff.
Kato don't do dick.
Heat. A photo finish.
And then to fuck with you, they made it a 2-weeker. You had to wait till the following week.
Let's go.
See? Oh shit! Let it play.
In the classic tradition of the fish out of water story.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm fucking dropping it on you, motherfucker. So do you understand me? Then they canceled it. So this country was left with this gap.
Oh, they
Now-
didn't go and finish the fight.
No, they finished it. They brought it back the next week, and they finished. But then they canceled the Green Hornet.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what year. Let's pretend it's '69. So there's this fucking gap in this country. Now, in this country, when I moved here, and listen, let's be honest. I don't even fucking remember sushi. I don't eat Japanese food till I was like 10. But there was an abundance of fucking Chinese food. My mother was a big Chinese food guy. In fact, she stabbed the waiter at the Chinese place on 87th Street in Broadway with a fork one time. This is all true shit. My mother was always in this place. Wonton soup, pork fried rice, egg rolls, lobster Cantonese. My mother loved lobster Cantonese. Whenever I go to a Chinese restaurant, they have lobster Cantonese on the menu, I get emotional, dog. Because that was my mother's shit. Only my mother and Jews eat lobster Cantonese. That's the shit with the fucking... whatever in it, the ugata juice, the fucking the shrimp and lobster sauce juice. That's brilliant, brilliant. So now I left this country with this fucking gap. Mm-hmm. And then the first movie to come out was a movie called The Big Boss. That's what it was released at in China, but here it came out as Fist of Fury. And in that movie, his cousin's missing, and God, Bob, and he goes to get him, and they kill the cousin. And now he has to kill the whole fucking office. And at the end, he kills the man. It's a great movie. It really is a great movie. It took you. And that was the beginning of it. The real first martial arts movie that came out was Five Fingers of Death. That's on Showtime. His hands would turn red. They were practicing the iron palm technique. I saw it on the Route 3 drive-in right off Secaucus, motherfucking New Jersey, right there. I don't even think it's Secaucus. I'm telling you guys, I'm dropping it on you. But in the 4th grade, I'm watching Happy Days. Okay? And, you know,
Yeah.
and in the first, well, like the third commercial, you know, when you're fucking around with people, you hear like he's back. Put on the trailer for the Chinese Connection. Okay, so you're just a regular white kid. You're in Catholic school. You know, you got put in Catholic school, obviously, because you got some type of issues that they can't figure out. Maybe you're retarded. Maybe you got ADD. Maybe you're hyper. With me, I didn't have a dad at this time. Then my mom remarried, so now I'm acting out. The trailer for Chinese Connection.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
No, it's okay.
Trying to find one.
I thought you didn't know. I thought I was telling you something, buddy. I'm sorry.
No.
You know I love
Let's
you.
see.
By the way, the original Batmobile, the one that Adam West drove, you know it's like in NoHo, right? I drive by it all the time.
Come on.
There's this, I forget, I'll find out the street for you, but it's right around the corner from Haha, and there's this big glass window in the storefront, and that car is in there.
Oh shit.
You can just walk by and look up the window and see it. They keep it in the front.
Let's
This
see
old
what-
guy owns
Let's
it.
see if this one's it.
Does it say trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's push it over a little more. I'll go. You see this shit? You see this shit? So think of watching American TV. And also, this is the first commercial. But they're supposed to say shit. He's back.
Okay, I think this one's just they have like the Chinese letters with the English letters. Let's see if I can find a different one.
You're slipping, dog.
Let's see here. If
That's
there's
what I'm
another
talking
one.
about. You know what I'm saying? I love this motherfucker, but from time to time, you give him some marijuana, and off goes the fucking Danny Bill.
Oh.
God damn it.
Let's see if this one has it.
There you go.
The immortal Bruce Lee.
There you go.
In 2 blockbusting martial arts classics, The Chinese Connection and Fists of Fury.
Well, think of watching Modern Family today, and all of a sudden this comes flying Chinese people out of the fucking sky, and you're losing your goddamn mind. Yeah, you're sitting there, your head's about to blow up, and it's Tuesday, and you got to wait till Thursday for this movie to come out. You never, and in those days you didn't stand online; they would kill you. The movie theater would go, get the fuck home. You had to sit home and drive your mother crazy. You would just sit there and stare at the fucking clock to the Bruce. And I'll never forget my stepfather picking me up Thursday night at the thing and going, what do you want to do this week? And we go, we're going to go right to the drive-in movie. And it didn't come out till Friday at 1 in those days. and us going Friday night. And the Chinese Connection, there's one scene where he goes back to the karate school and he calls out the whole school. And he does a fight scene, but he steps back and he puts two hands up and two guys get knocked out. When you see that, your mind the fucking blows up. And and after it came to the drive-in, like once I caught the movie, and then you went back to school and you talk shit.
Yeah.
And then, once it came to the Union City Cinema, that was walking distance from my mother's bar. That's where I go with all my goombas. And my mother let me stay out late, so we go to the late movie. And we catch a Bruce Lee movie, but the best thing on the way home there was Pontecorvo's Deli. And they would put all the fruit boxes out. Boxes. Tons of boxes. So we would all release our tensions by beating up the fucking boxes. 2 hours of Bruce Lee smacking fucking Chinese people was brilliant. But, you know, that's when you watch that, you see it. Then he released Way of the Dragon, and then... But let me tell you something. The anticipation that he left in this country, like, people had a different respect for Chinese people. It's like when I was watching the Julius Erving documentary on ESPN. You know, I'm watching this going, this guy did more for black people than, you know, him and Muhammad Ali have done more for black people through sports than the people that were supposed to be doing stuff for black people. You follow me? Because you accept them, you let them into your heart because he's a good basketball player, and bam, then they turn you on to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and you're fucking done. It's all over the fucking shot. So my whole thing is that when you look at Bruce Lee, and I still, guys, I was hooked. I was hooked. I wore the shirts. I wore the white shirt with the fucking black shirt over it, and the pants and the shoes. My mother was worried about me. I'd have rice. I'd have rice in my room with chopsticks, and I'd have fucking. I'd have your urns that burnt fucking incense, and I had posters of Bruce Lee everywhere. And we were all waiting for the Chinese. We were all waiting for Enter the Dragon. The picture's over. Now, remember, there's no internet, guys.
Yeah.
So you had to go to a special comic book store, and they would order the Chinese books from the magazines. And you have to get Chinese magazines to learn about Bruce Lee. This is deep, guys. This is not, you know, this is deep. We had to go to Chinatown to get black and white pictures of Bruce Lee's from the picture. You didn't just... This is underground type shit from the sets. And all of a sudden, we find out that this guy, everybody was going... If you sparred in a karate class, everybody made noises. Everybody was fucking... It went... These karate schools were packed. Kung fu schools were packed. Every school was packed. It opened up a different avenue for people in this country. It opened up it just knocked the door down. Mm-hmm. Like you went from having 8 students and really getting the money from them. Listen, it's the 8th of the month. Your kids got to fucking pay. You know what I'm saying? It went from that to people wanting to train. It became this whole thing. I remember going, guys, you look at me and you think I'm a fucking... Before all that shit went down, I was a tournament geek. I was a Gushin-Ryu karate green belt that would get in the bus with 8 other idiots with white uniforms on and carrying your belt with the stripes on it. And we'd go to the Bronx and we'd put a cup on and compete. I didn't even have hair on my fucking cock or nothing. Nothing. I was just a little fucking kid that went over there, and that was my life. At night, I remember going at night, like going home, doing homework, and my mother would go back to work. And I would call my mom and go, Mom, we're going to Mario Diaz's house to do a set. Mario Diaz was a Cuban-Chinese kid in the fucking neighborhood. And I would go to his house. This kid, Glenn Cologne, would go to his house. This kid, Steve Ornowski, would go to his house. And you know what we'd do till midnight? We'd beat the fuck out of each other in the basement. He was a black belt in karate. You were a black belt in Aikido. It was everybody's life. And all of a sudden, Bruce Lee fucking died. And that was the first time I had really experienced that. It was Roberto Clemente and Bruce Lee. As a young man, their deaths were fucking... Because I didn't know my father. You know, but those two, they were my fucking heroes. Gone. When Bruce Lee was gone, there was a couple months there. My mother was worried about me, guys. That was deep. That was deep for not just me. Half of fucking America. Half of fucking America would take him. How can this guy die? He's got the fat content of 9%. The headaches, the whatever. He died at some Betty Ping's house. It was just trash. So people really don't know. Well, we're going to celebrate the 40th fucking anniversary of this. And you got to sit there and go, what would it be? He invented MMA. Watch Enter the Dragon. Watch the first fight in Enter the Dragon. This fucking guy, he's getting all excited doing Bruce Lee moves. Watch the first fight in Enter the Dragon. Doesn't it end with a fucking arm bar or something like that? And look who the guy is. It's that guy that had the show on CBS, biting his fucking ankle or whatever the fuck it was. Enter the Dragon's got some... My favorite of all time is Chinese Connection. That's the favorite one.
They have it on YouTube, like in pieces, like in 10 pieces. So if you want to watch it,
and they got great, fucking tremendous fight scenes in Chinese Connection. Spinning back, one of my all-time. It's on my DVR.
I was gonna say that,
and I watch it once a week just for entertainment purposes, just to think to myself, Jesus fucking Christ, how lucky was I that I was alive and I saw the change he had. Anyway, did I give the shout-outs yet? I'm pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I am too.
I'm pretty fucking hot. I don't know how this happened. I still got a joint left.
You don't know how this happened. You had 3 joints.
So what? That's an afternoon at the Diaz.
No, it's not bad. I'm just saying you always act so surprised. Why am I so high? Because you had 2 edibles today and you had smoked 7 joints. And
all right, get it
together. What happens?
So like he said, we're doing Philadelphia this week, the Ice House next week. And Don Herrera called me up this morning. I was very impressed. I really was. I grew up fucking idolizing him. Right now I'm starting to look around and going, Jesus Christ, I'm doing a podcast, but so is Dice Clay. These are the guys that made me do what I fucking do.
Yeah.
You know, that Rodney special still is my education. That's my 4-year college in comedy, you know.
The Rodney special with Dom on it.
With Dom on it. There's 2 of them. There's one with Dom. There's one with Lenny Clark, Seinfeld,
Bill Hicks,
Kennison, Robert Townsend, Roseanne Barr. It's the biggest education in comedy, brother.
That's good. So what did you guys were just talking about your show, and so it's just both of you, right? At the Ice House. You and John?
Yeah, just me, him, and D'Agostino.
Yeah, I'll be hosting it.
Oh shit!
He's doing 15 up front like a soldier. This is part of it. I gotta get him out there with me, and he makes little corrections and little things. Mm-hmm. I hate listening to myself, guys. I have not overcome that yet. That's heavy duty psychiatry and needles in my nutsack. You want to torture me? Tie me up and put earphones on with me listening to me.
Oh my God.
And watch my face. I'd probably die.
I've never listened to the podcast. Have you?
I'd probably go into shock after 6 or 7 minutes. I listen to the podcast.
Oh, okay. I can't
to make little adjustments.
That doesn't bother you?
3 or 4 minutes, and then I move on. I put on Led Zeppelin. And I open up a link, and then I go back to it, and I speed it up a little bit. I try to listen to something we said during the podcast. And it's very funny, the few times I've listened to the podcast, what I've been listening to hear how it was said.
Yeah.
We said something completely different on the way up that was like, holy fuck, that was funny. You never know what the fuck you're saying. That's why I love this podcast, because we just talk, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing scripted here. I don't prepare nothing. I ain't thinking about nothing. I got to talk about fucking, and tell you the truth about on it. That's it. Yeah. That's all I tell you, motherfuckers. You know, my main man here tells you the best about Hulu. We ain't selling you nothing. All we're trying to do is get the party started in your fucking mind. Spark that number. Do what you need to do. We'll see you motherfuckers Monday morning on Ustream at 6 a.m. We're back-to-back time. D'Agostino, what do you got going on? Talk to me.
Well, I'll be at Ice House with you.
You were saying you're going to tape something else for Nuvo.
Yeah,
you already taped something for him.
I didn't tape it already. I taped season 1, okay. And then they contacted me about season 2. So I'm working on I gotta send them they want to see all new stuff. So I gotta send them I got something to send them.
You've been doing comedy 4 years, and it's already moving and shaking for you. I'm proud of you.
You know what? Yeah, whenever your birthdays come up, Lee, you always look back at what you did that year, and you're like, what did I do this year? Did I procrastinate? But you know what? I feel good this year. I got married this year. I got the 1 TV credit under my belt. I'm working with you. I feel good.
How is that being 25 and being married? Because it freaks. I have friends getting married now, and it freaks me out just thinking about it.
Well,
you've been with her for 7 years.
Yeah, it has to be the right. It's got to be the right chick. So a lot of people think I could never be married at that age, but if it was the right girl, you could. She's one of my best friends. We have a good time together. We hang out. We enjoy each other's company. It's not hard.
Okay, yeah. Because Joey, you got married, 27, something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. I have friends who have kids now and are getting married. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
I was not ready.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
I was not ready emotionally. I was not ready mentally. I was not prepared for the whole commitment of marriage. If you are at that age, God bless. And a lot of people have done it. I hate when somebody says they're too young to get married. Nobody plans to get married at 21. Nobody leaves high school going, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to get married next year. It's just present. It's so weird how people try to plan shit in their lives. When people say to me, well, we're getting married in 4 years, I want to reach across and smack them in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
4 years? What are you fucking... how many think, well, I want to finish law school, and he wasn't... It's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Go now. Today. Get it over with. Go over this dry hump. You're going to wait 4 years? You got 4 more years on your own. You can both be living together. You got a piece of ass right there, laundry. You get the cat. Everybody take. You know what I'm saying? Why are we waiting? We love each other.
Yeah.
Before I got married, somebody told me, like, why are you going to wait till you get a better job? Why are you going to wait till you make more money? Move in, and that's going to help you get ahead.
That's going to help you. You're
going to help each other. She's going to school. Help her with her studies. You guys sit there and work it all out together. So it's a little partner.
The biggest thing for me is, I've had this girl staying over the past couple weekends, and I love it. But I love my alone time, so I miss her when she's gone. But I'm also like, okay, I have my place back.
Yeah.
Like is it weird being around someone all the time? Like I feel like I need my alone time.
I work so many hours, and we're an opposite schedule. She's 9 to 5. I'm 5 to 2 a.m.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I come home, I'm like, I haven't seen you all day. It's nice. We don't really get even to talk. I get one day off, and I appreciate it with her. But then again, like when she's at work and I'm there in the daytime by myself, I don't mind it. I like to have my, like do things, go out with friends, watch a movie by myself,
Yeah. Joe, you love your alone time, but you've been living with Terry for what, 15 years, something like that?
But again, I work nights, she works days. I enjoy my time. But it was. I gotta be honest with you. I was with a couple of women before Terry. I enjoy that little time with her, and you know it. You know when you're with a woman that little time is everything in the world. Whether it's just walking the Jamba Juice or taking a fucking ski trip or whatever the fuck you do, Yeah. And you try to keep it at that level. Like I really worked hard when I was married, when I was younger. I didn't work at marriage at all because I didn't think you had to. I thought that you just got a ring, you had a party, everybody came, and everything worked itself out. No fucking way. You got to sacrifice just like everything else. When you do comedy, you sacrifice. Correct?
Yes.
People have no fucking idea. And to be a good comic and take it up to that level, it takes even more sacrifice to really dig in. I see people who are on a path, all of a sudden they tell me they're taking, 3 weeks vacation, and I'm sitting there going, there's no vacation in this. It's like the mafia. There ain't no time off. There's no cards. There's no bonus plan. You got to work while you're walking, while you're living, while you're breathing, Yeah. Take a vacation when you're fucking 60. Go down there and sit like old man by the sea and drink cocktails. Fucking vacation.
Jesus Christ.
Pussies. If it was up to me, I'd close all the fucking ships. Everybody got to work every fucking day. Vacation. You want to vacate? Come back. You gotta go up in front of a judge to earn a fucking vacation. That's how I would do it.
You're the only person that doesn't like vacation.
Because too many people take advantage of it for no fucking reason. And I was around a lot of fake people who would live their life. They would judge their life by their vacations. I was surrounded at one time in my life, and they didn't see it. I saw it. They just lived from vacation to vacation. And then years later, I realized I was stupid because that was what their life was about. Who was I to judge? But it was very funny. And they all mind-fucked each other. So it wasn't like you and Lee were tight and you and the wise one. No. You try to outdo each other. So there was 6 people outdoing each other twice a year. We're going to Bangladesh. Oh, no. We're going to India to feed blind kids. Oh, no. We're going to Australia. We're going to save sharks and bloody gulls, and we're going to suck Mel Gibson's dick. Everybody, it became something else, but just going away. It was like going away to show something, to show that people know, like, we just came back from Vietnam. Oh, we fed kids. Jesus fucking Christ.
I haven't been on a vacation forever.
Really?
When I go on vacation, I'm still working. Like I'll find a spot to do somewhere at some
After
club.
3 fucking days, if you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
After you sucked, had a Bloody Mary, got a suntan, stayed up late till 2, and got up 2 days, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm here for 10 more fucking days. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I haven't taken it. The only vacation I get is when I go home once a year to Boston.
There ain't no more fucking vacations. There ain't no more going home. I don't even want your mom out here no more. She ain't allowed. Send her a fucking Skype.
She's come out twice and
she always flies out Monday during the fucking podcast. Skype, cocksucker. Skype, send pictures, wave.
Lee, where are you from in Massachusetts?
I grew up in Sudbury, which is out by like 45 minutes outside of Boston.
I used to stay in Clinton, Mass for a little while.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Joey used to tell me, and like I have friends who just moved out here, and they're like, "Oh, I miss home." Once you go home once or twice, you're like, "I don't miss it anymore."
Yeah.
Did you grow up mostly here?
What do you mean? Do I go up where?
Like, where did you grow up?
Oh, I grew up mostly here. Yeah.
Right down the corner.
Yeah. Actually, I told him, on the way over here, I passed my parents' house. Like, that's my parents' house right there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw you driving one
Well,
day.
that's when I lived on Burbank. That's when you saw me leaving from my house. I just moved over, like, closer to Joey now, on the other side.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Get your shit together, cocksucker. What's the question? Both
Yeah.
of us.
It's only a podcast where we interview each other. What's the question?
What do you got planned for your birthday? Tell me. I feel bad. I'm not going to be here with my little brother.
No. And someone asked me, if like, do you invite Joey to the bar? I'm like, if Joey was here and I invited him to the bar, he might like wait till like the day after my birthday and like pull me and said like, why are you inviting me to a bar for?
No, I'm going to take you to dinner like a gentleman. I ain't going to no fucking bar with you. And the fucking sperm swallower with a toothache, with a little sperm breath and a Chinese friend and all fucking people. They ain't your soldiers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You like this broad, I'd rather you get like a nice little steak sent over. Did you get a robe yet?
No, I can't get. My dad had a robe, so I can't.
Listen, dog. Today, go online, go to the fucking Big and Tall store.
What am I gonna get? Why do I need a robe for?
Get like a silk one.
A silk white.
Your dad didn't have
with
silk
some
robe.
slippers, and here's where the magic comes in. You get her some roses, and you get you get her a little silk pair of undies to match your robe. Drop it on the Agostino.
Get a little silk
this
robe.
Fucking Jew don't know nothing about nothing. It's
Get
your
one
birthday.
with the pocket on the front, and then have your like
she's
the
gonna
flying
be
Jew
topless.
initialed on
She's
it.
gonna be topless with her little silk panties on. And you're gonna eat her pussy with that fucking robe on your 25th birthday. Who's better than you? What do you want to do? You want to hang out with her, or you want to hang out with Sperm Tooth with a fucking insurance card?
No, that's what I'm thinking. Look,
That's it. You get some strawberries, you pop it in her asshole, lick that fucking clit and massage her asshole with the strawberry. Those little shells from the strawberry, the seeds, they scrub the barnacles from her asshole. They're smooth and everything else. So when you machine gun the muffler with your tongue, you don't pick up no shrapnel, no particles and shit. You know what I'm saying?
There's no way the strawberry would get in there. It would explode.
That's what you're doing for your 25th birthday. You're going to fucking lick her gagoots. You're going to lap that
Wear a shirt and tie underneath the robe like Ricky Ricardo.
Like a gentleman. Like a soldier. That's what you should wear. A robe with a shirt, a tie on, completely naked.
And one of those cigarettes that have the extension on it.
Right.
Little...
With socks and fucking bang. Not those insurance salesman shoes. Don't embarrass me. Get yourself a nice shoes of Vini Garboni's. You know what I'm saying? With the
I have no idea what you're saying.
You know what I'm fucking saying. I don't even know who Vino Garboni is. I'm just making up. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Lee.
Happy birthday to you. Is it in a week?
July 25th, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do something next week nights when we're at a steak dinner somewhere.
Oh, shit.
It's your birthday. Play some music. 20-5.
Yeah. This one's a weird one. Like I look back to, but like the number 25 is a little weird.
So Jesus, so what you're trying to tell me is February of '88 is when I turned 25.
Yeah, I was born in July.
That's very fucking sad.
Why?
Just goes to tell you how sad of a fucking life I had. That's very fucking sad. 88, I don't even know what the fuck I was doing at that time already. I had already kidnapped Bella, correct?
You were younger than me when you kidnapped him?
Yeah, I kidnapped him November of '87.
Oh, Jesus.
So my 25th birthday, this is what my head was completely. At 25, think of where you guys are. I'm so proud of you. Think of where you guys are. At least you have a head. I had nothing. February of '85, I had 88. I don't even know. I was living with Manny in Boulder, and waiting to go on trial.
Jesus.
I was working at a fucking Hertz.
What, like the rental car?
I was manager trainee, which meant I washed cars. And I delivered cars. And I rented cars out with a fucking plaid shirt on. And in those days, you know how much I slept?
An hour a night?
I didn't. And on that hour, I would fucking go to work on that hour, go to work till 5, and ride my bicycle there and back. I lived on 49th Street. The Hertz was on 26th Street. I'd ride it there and back. I'd come home, smoke a joint, take a shower, and I'd hit the bag. I'd walk my dog. I had a German Shepherd and then Hercules. I'd eat dinner, and at about 10 o'clock, I'd start snorting. I'd make believe I was going to bed. In those days, I had a roommate, Manny, that sold drugs, sold coke, but he drove a cab. He was a teacher in the daytime. This is a true story.
Jesus.
A school teacher in the daytime, and he drove a cab at night. And he also sold coke. And he got his coke from a tremendous fucking Mexican drug dealer.
Out of the cab or no?
He drove it. He sold it out of his house. But he had like 3 or 4 accounts that were heavy duty. But he smoked so much coke that he lost count of what he would have. And I would buy $20 from him, but I'd steal $400 from him. He would hide it in the garage, but he'd be so paranoid in his bedroom that he wouldn't hear me going into the garage. So I would go into the garage and rob his own coke, and I'd see him the next morning eating breakfast, and he'd be shaking his head, and I go, "What's up?" He'd go, "Man, I smoked," and he was smoking coke.
He thought he did it all.
He goes, "Man, I fucking smoked a half ounce the other day. I thought I only did an 8-ball. That was me upstairs snorting that shit, whacking off.
That's why you don't get high on your own
Staying
supply.
up all night. It was fucking terrible." And right before I got married, he asked me, he goes, "Can I pull you aside?" He goes, "That whole time you lived with me, were you stealing coke from me?" And I go, "No." I always felt so bad.
Oh my God.
And I talked to him about 2 weeks ago. We just talked about
Oh, really?
Yeah, we talk all the time still. I really loved him, but I was addicted, and he had ounces. He had a paint can full of it. Paint cans, paint.
Yeah.
It was cleaned. And the guy would give him paint cans and put the kilos in there. And he would be in the garage. I'd be hitting the bag, and I'd look to see it. I'd wait till he'd go in the shower. And I'd open up the cans, and I'd just scoop out like a rock and put in a piece of paper and put it in my shorts. That's how much he had in the garage. Kilos.
Jesus.
2.2 pounds. 3 cans. I had to rob him.
I
had no choice. I had to.
Just on principle.
It was fucking terrible. I feel bad till today. I still talk to him. Someday I'm going to give him a check for $10,000 and go.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Oh, yes. I've already done it. I've already taken care of people.
Have you really?
Yeah, I got a conscience.
But for stealing coke from somebody?
Whatever. For putting them in a bad position. At one time. Even if it was $10,000 and I sent them $500 20 years later, who does that? Nobody does that. Nobody does that. It's off the credit report. By that time, it's off the credit report. I've already taken care of 4 or 5 people who I put in a bad position.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That didn't even know I put them in a bad position, really. Maybe 2 of them knew. The other 2 of them guessed. The other 3 didn't know. And when I sent it to them, they called. They said, "What is this for?" And I said, "Just take it." And about a month later, they called back, and I go, "I know what that's for."
Oh my God.
What about Michael's jewelers? Are you going to send him something?
Yeah, I'm going to send him a fucking fake ring. No, I've always felt bad about that, but he died. And, he kept in touch with some guy, and he would always ask him about me. And the guy told him about what was going on in my life. And he said that one time he showed him the Longest Yard card. The Longest Yard had trading cards when it first came out, and I gave my buddy a card. Mm-hmm. My buddy called me like a month later. He goes, "I seen Michael's jewelers," and I showed him the card. He said he was proud of you.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, he got insurance from that anyways.
Yeah, it's not like I robbed him and left him out there, but it's true. I had to take. I don't remember every time when I lived in Snowmass was the worst. I was addicted to robbing, and in those days, the closer you got to me, the closer I got to robbing you. Unless I really liked you, like if I didn't like one thing about you, I'd rob you. I just wait for the perfect time when you got a shipment of money in, or you got paid on a Friday or something. And there was this one guy who lived. You got to go.
No, it's okay.
There was this one guy who lived upstairs. You know those motherfuckers that come over every night and mooch from you?
Oh, yeah.
He would always knock. Did I tell this story on the podcast? To you?
The one where you jumped over onto
the thing. His name was Ken, but he was from Kentucky. And he always showed up, smoked our weed, ate our food, and then he drank with Jimmy. And Jimmy once told me, Jimmy's the nicest guy in the world, God bless his soul. He would say to me, "Dog, that fucking guy is taking advantage of us." And I didn't want to say it. At that time, I was really trying to change. So I made a promise. Anything that came to my mind, I give myself 10 minutes, and I think about it, and I go, "What the fuck? I'm robbing anyway." The kid wants to come down and eat a salami sandwich, but this kid would come down every night for lobsters. Oh, yeah, he knew we had lobsters because I used to rob lobsters from the city market. He knew all that shit. And this went on for like 6 months, and one day I just asked him, I said, "Dog, you ever going to bring anything down?" And he went pale and got insulted. "Man, fuck you, man. Fuck you. That's a lie. I always got my own food." Then he stopped coming down for a while. And then one day, this motherfucker, I figured that he thought about it. Like, if he was a real man, he'd go, "Joey's right." One day, this bitch comes downstairs and is telling me how his grandma would send him $300. That's the first time he's going to get to go out to Aspen tonight and drink. And I'm looking at this guy going, "This guy's cheap as fuck." And in those days, there was no ATM. There was maybe one in Aspen. Mm-hmm. And the banks were closed. So I knew he had the money in his house or in his wallet.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, this guy's. So everybody went out. It was a Friday night. Everybody went out, and I had money. This is how crazy I was. And I had money, but I go, "I'm going to buy coke tonight with the money I steal from Kentucky." And there was a balcony, the balcony right above me, and I put a table and a chair on top of that, a little ladder on top of that. And little by little, I climbed up, and I grabbed on, I pulled myself up. Anybody could have seen me. I went in, sliding door, went in, fucking lurked, couldn't find it, everywhere, couldn't find it. Finally, I went back in, I lifted this bicycle, and I had a little thing, like in the back of the bike, and I opened it up, and in there, the Band-Aid thing was $200 bills. I clipped that motherfucker and went down, bought a gram of blow, got some beers, and went back to my room the next day, first thing in the morning. Hey, man, can I talk to you guys? Somebody broke in my house and robbed me. And Jimmy Burkle knew. Right there, Jimmy's like, Joey fucking got you. God damn it. I didn't know when, but I knew it was when. Because once I marked you, that's it.
Yeah.
But I always think of Kentucky and where he is today. Kentucky.
Probably still tells that story.
That motherfucker robbed me. I remember for days he kept saying, man, whoever did it better come clean with me. Like, he knew I did it. And he would say, whoever did it better come clean with me. I've already got their fingerprints. I already gave them to the Snowmass Police Department. Sure you do. He told me, how'd you get the fingerprints? He goes, I got Scotch tape. I learned on TV one time. I got the fingerprint off the Scotch tape and shit.
This stuff only does happen to you.
It only happened to me. So what did we learn today? We talked about a hooker with a cast. We talked about Nouveau TV. We talked about relationships. We covered everything today, people. We covered Hulu. We covered fucking On It. We covered Philadelphia. We covered not going to college. Where else can you get this for your entertainment fucking dollar? Huh?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. So that's it. We love you. Pay attention to Twitter. Like I said, we're in Philadelphia Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Next week, I'll be at the Ice House. Lee will be at the Saturday shows for sure. Or both of them.
If I can, I'll be at both, yeah. Depending on what I get. If I get this job.
Be there.
Yeah, we'll all be there. You'll be taping the show.
Shit.
Lee will be up there shaking hands. I got a few T-shirts I'm going to give away. Then the 30th is the podcast live.
With great guest.
Great fucking guest. We're not going to leak who he is. He's a big Hollywood star. He got AIDS and other fucking diseases and shit. You're going to love it. He's going to tell you about his life with AIDS and fucking people in the ass. Shooting bazooka juice in that fucking...
Bazooka juice?
I was just telling my man over here that he knows this girl that's Arabian, and she's fucking beautiful. A little on the chunky side, but her face is beautiful. And I don't give a fuck if they're chunky. I like a big ass.
I like it.
You know who I'm talking to. And I would love to come in her eyes. She has those Arabian eyes.
How did you just come up with that? Like,
nobody's ever come in an Arabian's eye. Like, just came in her eye. And so every time you see it, she gives you the evil eye. She means it. You know? I love you guys. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Lee, you got anything to tell D'Agostino? What do you got coming up? You with me?
I'm with you at the Ice House.
Portland, I'm taking you. We're going to have a good time.
What's in Portland, September?
Yeah, September.
All right.
September. Helium, I'm going to New York. I can't take you to New York, but I can take you to fucking Portland, Oregon.
All right.
do you have a Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. Agostino Zoida. Agostino's AGOSTINO. Not like the month August, AGO.
And Zoida?
Zoida is ZOIDA. So
What is
it's
this,
at
fucking
Agostino
Sesame
Zoida.
Street?
Well, it's not.
It's
it's not like Jim Miller.
Zoida. Everybody knows
I know.
Zoida.
People always go, I can't find
ZIODA.
You see, he just said it. You just spelled it wrong.
ZOIDA. It's the same
There you
thing.
go.
I-O, it'll come up to you while you're typing. You're like, oh, it ain't this, it's that. What is this? It ain't fucking brain surgery.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me,
Happy
guys.
birthday,
It's fun.
Lee. I didn't even know. For you women out there, do me a favor. Tell Lee happy fucking birthday. Tell him you love him. Tell him you want to lick his gugats.
Please don't.
Get somebody to fart in his face for his birthday.
Nah.
Lee's a fucking good man, dog. Lee, you know. I better not find out you went to Hollywood and hung out with those fucking stiffs. Because I will go down there and pull you out of there head first, you understand?
You're gonna fly back from Philly just for that?
Oh, I know. They're going to talk you. They're going to Culver City or Century City. And
No.
There's this bar that's so cool. There's always that one idiot. Just look in the face and go, no. We're doing it by my house. There's a Pantera Deli. We'll all eat bagels. And I'm going to go home and give Mama the hard one. Because that's all that matters on your 25th birthday.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
I'm telling you right now, as your older brother. You're with Mama. You drink with Mama. You take one of those fucking roaches. You roll a bazooka. You smoke 2 fucking hits. Want me to leave you a Chibo Chew?
No, I can't give her a Chibo Chew for the first time.
Who says?
Because no one, that's like giving someone fucking...
You're not going to give her the whole
a shot of
fucking
heroin
thing.
in the...
Lee, you're not going to give her the whole thing. You're going to give her the same piece I gave you, even less. Like a third of it.
Sure, why not then? Well,
you give her a little piece, you eat the other piece, and you both melt.
Yeah, well, we'll die.
You both melt on each other. Have you ever made love on medical marijuana?
No, that's what I want to do.
You see who loves you more than me, cocksucker? But right away, and let me tell you something, if you take it to the next level, you take this little Chibo shit, you cut it in half, and you roll it up like a little ball, and you put like a needle on it, and you cut the tip off, and you just, while you're banging it, you just massage your little asshole, and make you go in and out of your muffler, just to give you little shots of THC.
Wait, in my muffler or hers?
Yours, all hers.
Why?
Then you're both high. You both look at each other, and you ask yourself why.
You're fucking
what the fuck
terrible.
is this shit? Oh, shit. All right, I love you, cocksuckers.
All right, guys.
Have a great week. Stay black.
Love everybody.
Put some music on for you to enjoy. Really. Go to joeydiaz.net, get your t-shirt, and sign up for Hulu. Cut this shit.
Yep. Now that the show's over, go to joeydiaz.net and sign up for your free trial of Hulu Plus. Start watching your favorite hit shows right now. Go to our homepage at joeydiaz.net. Click the banner for your extended free trial, or go to huluplus.com/Joey. Again, the Hulu Plus banner at joeydiaz.net or huluplus.com/Joey.